Hello, people of the internet, and welcome to another episode of the XFL. That's right, the X Pound Fantasy League. I am, as always, your host, James Phoenix. Joining me tonight for the moment is Tiff, the Queen of Hearts.
Hey.
Hopefully, we will have Jeff and or Risa before the end of this recording. We will see what happens. But in the meantime, we'll kick this off and go from there. Let's begin by checking in on the scores, as we are wont to do, and seeing where we last left off. Screen share. Window, but share. Hide that. Go over here. And then to everyone. Okay. So, as we can see here, currently in the lead at 1980 is me and the phenomenal New Dogs. Woo!
Should be excited.
Yes. Just behind me, just under 100 points behind me right now, is the Captain Planet and the Holograms, Jeff's team. So it's still very close between us. And I'll note that it took Kofi defending his main card title twice in 1 week for me to pull that off. In third place is you, Tiff, with the iconic Premier Man's Club for Women's Rights.
And that's probably the first time you're going to say that tonight.
You're at 1621, and Risa with the Real Huggable Sensation coming in at 1057.
So this seems like it's going to be a close race.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Which is really good. I like that.
Yeah, right now we're about a 900-point gap between the leader being me and the last place person being Risa, but that can very easily change. We got a number of pay-per-views. Money in the Bank is this coming weekend. A lot of points on the line, and now we got big specialty win points for the Money in the Bank ladder matches, respectively. We've got both main card titles on the line, tag title matches, mid-card titles, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Becky's defending 2 titles. She could get 2 retentions.
Yeah, Becky gets 2 retentions in one show. That's going to put you right back in the running. She's got to figure out a pay-per-view that's 60 for match wins, plus 50 for the title retentions would be 110, plus the 16 points for actually being in the match is 126, plus moves and whatever the hell else. So you could get like minimum 130 points out of that easily for the one night.
Yeah. Just out of that one match, or those 2 matches.
Depending on what happens to Jeff, that might be enough to crest Jeff. I don't know if you'll crest me, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
But and of course, at the end of this program, I will be bringing up the Money in the Bank scores. If you're still around, Tiff, we will be doing our predictions for that program, as we do before pay-per-views. So, going over to the leaderboards, top of the leaderboards is still the WWE champion Kofi Kingston with a 184-point lead over the second place person off of 2 title retentions in 1 week at 385 points. Kofi rocks.
Both being on your team.
Kofi rocks. Kofi rocks. In second place is AJ Styles at 201 points. Number 1 contender to the Universal title. Will Monday Night Raw become the house that AJ Styles built? Or continue to support, anyway. Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor clocking in third place at 186. Followed by the one and only Ricochet at 159. Just a few points ahead of the Universal Champion Seth freaking Rollins at 155. Just 1 point behind him is, as confirmed this week, Seth's girlfriend, Becky Two Belts, who is at 154. Tony Nese, the Cruiserweight Champion, at 152. Arya Daivari, the Cruiserweight Division, at 146. No more contender to that title. Oney Lorcan at 136. And 1 point behind him is the big dog Roman Reigns, rounding out the top 10. Hang on a sec. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, that's where we're at with the top 10, so we'll see if that holds. I don't think anybody's going to top Kofi, at least not until the pay-per-view. But we'll see what it goes. If Becky Two Belts gets a double retention, she could easily top Kofi at the number 1 spot. Well, we will see. Let's throw these in order and see what happened on Raw, shall we? Tiff, you still there? Just checking.
All right. Haven't fallen asleep yet.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Monday Night Raw. Now, Raw and SmackDown this week were in London, England on the European tour, so they were on a tape delay, so we actually did not get those shows live here in the States this week, or in Canada for that matter. But we did still get the show, which is good. We start off with a shot of the London crowd, and then The Miz came out to open the program with the most must-see show in WWE history, Miz TV. And I'm going to give the WWE credit. They didn't have the ridiculous cab and the red phone booth on the stage for once. They must have realized that was offensive and or stupid. So that's good news.
The red what?
The red phone booth.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They always put that stupid red, that stereotypical red phone booth on the stage.
I don't recall seeing it.
Yeah, no, that was not there, nor was the black British taxi cab they tend to stick up there, which was good. Anyway, Miz welcomed everybody to this international edition of Miz TV here in London. And he said that Money in the Bank happens once per year, and in that briefcase is a contract, and the contract is an equivalent to an infinity stone. That was nice. He talked again. Miz said that he has cashed that contract in, and it brought his career to new heights. He talked about the Money in the Bank match leading to a man and a woman getting the briefcase, and then talked about his Money in the Bank opponent, Shane McMahon, which drew boos. And Miz said that this Sunday they will be locked inside a steel cage, and Shane will have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and he will finally get what's coming to him, basically. Miz said as much as he wants to talk about himself, let's move on to his guest. The man is a wild card that came over from SmackDown, and his story has inspired millions across the globe. Roman Reigns. The big dog came out to decent reaction from the crowd. And he's here, of course, on that wild card rule established last week where up to 4 people from SmackDown can be on Raw and 4 people from Raw can be on SmackDown. Rumor has it this is in response to Vince getting reports from both Fox and USA going forward that both wanted to have the top guys on the show and were not going to accept otherwise. So this is a way for Vince to hopefully deliver on that. We'll see if it works. Anyway, Roman came out, got the ring, and Miz asked him, what can we expect from the big dog against Elias on Sunday? And Reigns said that Elias is young, strong, charismatic, and very talented. The fans were singing the Walk with Elias song. And Reigns said that, if you need a karaoke performer or a wedding singer, then walk with Elias. But thus far, Elias hasn't done anything in WWE. He hasn't won any championships, nothing. Which is true.
Mm-hmm.
And Miz talked about how he and Roman have a lot in common, saying that he's a movie star. While Roman Reigns will be appearing in the upcoming Fast and Furious tie-in Hobbs and Shaw. And suggested that the two of them get together to do a buddy comedy. And Roman cut him off, asked him, Miz, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You're out here sounding like the old Miz, who I would like to punch in the mouth. I'm out here to talk to the new Miz, the Miz that stands up to authority and chase Shane McMahon all around this arena with a steel chair. Where's that Miz? And if you don't remember who that Miz is, let me play a reminder. And they showed clips of that happening on SmackDown when Miz beat up Shane. And Reigns said that that's the Miz that we all want to talk to, which led to a yes chant. And Miz then went into intense promo mode and said that he's never been on the same page with Reigns of the WWE Universe. But, he is now, and he's finally starting to understand why. And that's that it's about earning respect from his peers and from the WWE Universe. And Miz said that after 13 years, I think I've started to earn that respect. Meanwhile, Shane McMahon is a daddy's boy that's been handed everything with a silver spoon in his mouth. But facts are facts. I know how to win, and I bring a fight. Shane attacked my father and has run from me at every turn, but none of that will matter because Shane will be in a steel cage with me this Sunday where there will be nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. And when we get into that steel cage, Shane will go down faster than his old man went down to a Superman punch. And Reigns kind of nodded in approval at this, but then they were interrupted by Shane.
Of course they were.
Shane reminded The Miz that he is his boss, and The Miz tends to forget that, and that as of now, Miz, by his authority, Miz TV is over. And Elias and Bobby Lashley then slid, I'm assuming, out of the crowd and slid in the ring and attacked Roman and Miz from behind. With forearms, they then slid out of the ring and went up the ramp. And Shane then informed Miz and Reigns not to go anywhere because they were going to have a tag team match, the two of you guys versus Elias and Bobby Lashley. And that match is right now. So clear the ring. Let's get a referee out here and let's do this. And that threw to a commercial break. So that is a promo to Roman Reigns and The Miz. Miz.
And Shane.
And Shane, thank you.
Yep. Oh.
Welcome, Jeff.
Hi.
Have you finally finished the job for which we have tasked you that you waited until we were on the air to do?
Hey, I waited until you were on the air to do the main event. I did all the rest of it beforehand.
And I had mine done 3 days ago.
She did. It's true.
Congratulations.
I had mine done at least 5 hours ago. Anyway, let's see here. So then we're going to get an assault for Lashley and Elias. That'll be 489, and Elias is 62. Okay. So, with that, we go to a commercial break, and we come back from the commercial break to the aforementioned tag team match, which was Miz and Roman versus Elias and Lashley, and Shane did remain out at ringside for this match. And so the match kicked off with Miz working over Elias with a knee to the ribs, followed by his backbreaker and neckbreaker combo. Reigns then tagged in, so Elias went out to the floor, and Lashley then tagged in. Lashley hit Reigns with the shoulder tackle. Reigns came back with shoulder tackles of his own against Turnbuckle, then hit a Samoa drop on Lashley for a 2. Reigns followed up with a corner clotheslines, followed by Miz tagging it in with another clothesline. Miz then worked over Lashley and Elias with the weakest looking kicks in WWE. Canton's words, not mine.
Okay, then.
Lashley then tried a slam. Elias drove Miz throat first onto the top rope, and Lashley hit a flatliner on Miz and got a 2 off it. We then went to another commercial break. We came back from that commercial with Shane McMahon leading to the usual bickering by the announcers. Elias did an Undertaker. Elias did his walk in the ropes, walk with Elias maneuver, and hit a double knee
from the Undertaker.
Yeah, hit a double knee attack, got a 2 account for that. Lashley tagged in with a shoulder tackle on Miz, and then the delayed vertical suplex, the vertigo suplex as he calls that.
Okay.
Miz tried to break free. Elias punched him. Reigns then punched Elias. Miz hit that snap DDT. Lashley tagged in to prevent Miz from tagging Roman. Lashley missed a shoulder tackle against a turnbuckle because Miz moved, but Shane pulled Reigns off the apron to stop the tag, leading to a DQ. Post DQ, Shane whipped Roman Reigns into the steel stairs. The trio of Shane, Lashley, and Elias then worked over Miz at ringside with a bunch of punches. Miz made the save by doing a dive over the top rope on all the heels. Shane then managed to take Reigns down again as Elias and Lashley double-teamed Reigns and took over and got in the ring to follow him. Miz then went back in the ring with a steel chair, hit Elias and Lashley with chairs. Reigns then hit each man with a Superman punch, and Shane ran like a scalded dog.
Scalded dog, scalded dog.
Pretty much. By the way, you might notice there were a couple of commercial breaks in there. I will say, if you think that's bad, at least it is an Impact.
How so?
Oh, apparently Impact was airing on the Premier Network, whatever the last episode they were airing was, whenever the hell that was. And I don't know what happened, but apparently they went to commercial break before the main event with about 24 minutes left in the show and never came back.
Okay.
Apparently the same 3 or 4 commercials ran on a loop for the remaining 24 minutes of the show.
Okay, someone fucked up.
Yeah, probably if somebody pointed out that happened to Impact once a few years ago, except that time, and the entire 2 hours was a roll of commercials.
Wow.
What the hell happened?
It's something about the network losing the feed from the broadcast point.
Oh.
Something like that, from what I heard.
That's Impact's fault.
Potentially.
Potentium.
Oh! Old school reference. Anyway. So let me go over to the recap here. All right, so. First of all, Shane McMahon gets 5 points for accompaniment and 6 points for interference. It's 11 points to Shane. Excuse me. 6. Then we're going to have Elias, who gets 5 points, and that's it. Elias didn't do oh, no, actually, he did that Undertaker walk thing. He should have gotten a point for that.
Wait a second. Go back to Shane McMahon. How many points did he have?
He had 11.
No, I meant beforehand, before 86.
Oh, he had 75.
Where did I get? Okay.
Did you add the 5 for his pre-match promo?
That is something somewhere.
Okay. Anyway.
Wait a second. 5 for his pre-match promo. I did, and that gave him 76 because he was already at 71.
Oh, was he? Hang on, did I screw up? Maybe I screwed up. See the friggin'. There we go. I can't see. Oh, you're right. I screwed up. Sorry about that. So Shane is at 87 then. Okay. Anyway, Elias, I'm going to have to modify the scoring for him because I'm noticing here that he has, he should have 1 point for the walking the ropes maneuver, which was not noted here. So Elias will get 1 point, which will give him 6. 6 points to Elias. All right. Then we go to Lashley, who gets 5 for being in the match. Actually, hang on a minute. Elias should also get 4 for assault before the match and after the match. So that would be 72, actually. I'm only counting assault once because they did it before and after the match. I'm not going to count it as 2 assaults. Bobby Lashley gets 5 for being in the match, 4 for the pre-match assault is 9, and another 4 for moves in the match is 13 points to Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley.
13 points to the Almighty.
The not so almighty.
Yeah. Is 99, 102 for the Almighty. All right. Then we go to the match winners. Well, winners, quote unquote, by DQs. There's no win points, but let's see. Roman Reigns is going to get 5 points for being in the match, and Roman Reigns is going to get 6 moves for the corner shoulder tackles, a Samoa drop, the corner clothesline, and then two post-match Superman punches. And there was something. What else? He did something else after the match, didn't he? Oh, and the suicide dive to take everybody out. It's 11 points to the big dog. Puts Roman at 151. Following that, we got The Miz, who gets 5 for being in the match.
And scoring this as you go.
No, I got it. He's got 5 for being in the match. He has 3 for use of the steel chair post-match, and 6 moves, which include the backbreaker neckbreaker combo, the quarter clothesline, the Miz DDT, 3 for evading a shoulder attack from Lashley. Is 6, giving Miz 14 points.
I thought I counted 18.
I don't think so. 3 for the shoulder tackle evade. DDT is 4. Clothesline is 5. Backbreaker neckbreaker combo is 6. Oh, you're right. 6, sorry, it's 9 with the 3 for the chair shots. That should actually be 9 and not 6. So, yeah. But either way, it comes out to 14.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. And then 3 for the chair shot. So 5 and 6 is 11, and 3 is 14. That's the Miz at 89 points. All right.
Okay. What am I doing here then?
I don't know. What are you doing there then? Oh, and Shane McMahon gets a post-match assault also. So put Shane at 91.
Okay. Shane at 91.
Yes.
Which that math works out.
Mm-hmm.
But 14. Because I already had him at 76. The Miz. I missed something.
I had Miz at 75. Let's just assume you're right. I'll give Miz 1 more point and we'll move on.
No, just keep going.
90. Okay. So, following all of that, we saw some pre-commercial stuff, then went to a commercial. And we come back from the commercial to a video package hyping up the Rollins Styles match. There was really no interviews in that. That was just a, video package, so no points for that one. We then cut to Braun Strowman walking backstage after we see some clips of him throwing Sammy in a dumpster last week. And Braun Strowman was approached by Charlie Caruso, who asked him about last week. And Braun Strowman said that he wished that Sami Zayn was compacted into a cube, and claimed that nobody will be able to stop him from becoming Mr. Monster in the Bank for the 2nd year in a row. A guy with a headset walked up and told Braun that Shane wanted to see him in his office. So Strowman walked away from this. And I'm just going to continue on to after the commercial because the promo continued. After the promo, cut to Shane's office where Sami Zayn is there. And Zayn complained about the toxic environment caused by the WWE Universe that cheers Strowman for acting like a monster. Strowman then walked in, and Zayn said that Shane is going to take Strowman's place in Money in the Bank, but Shane said that he can't do that. But Sami Zayn told Shane that he will fight him for it tonight, and Sami said that he can make it a Falls Count Anywhere match. And Shane said that Braun was going to face Drew McIntyre, and Zayn told him to make the match. And so Shane did and made it Strowman versus Zayn in a Falls Count Anywhere match, the winner going to the Money in the Bank ladder match on Sunday. And Strowman told Sami Zayn that he's going to eat him alive, and then walked out of the room. That is a promo to Sami and Strowman. Sami Zayn and Braun Strowman. All right. No points for Shane because he was just acting in his authority capacity and was not in the storyline. We then go out to the ring, and we have a one-on-one match between Mojo Rawley and Apollo Crews. And Mojo Rawley comes out with his weird broken mirror face paint. And Apollo's here on the wild card rule because he's from SmackDown now. Bet you didn't even realize that till I said it.
Yep.
And literally, Cruz did some move off the ropes, then sold a left knee injury. Rawley tackled the knee, running corner attack, and then a slam, and got a pinfall win in about a minute. It sucked. So Apollo Crews gets 5 points for showing up, and that's about it. Sorry, Tiff. I wish you did more. Mojo Rawley. Let's see, who has Mojo Rawley anyway?
You do.
Oh, I do. Well, what do you know? 20 points to Mojo for winning a match, and 5 for being in said match, and 2 points for the running corner attack and the slam. Is 27 points to Mojo. Added to his existing 5 is 32 points to Mojo. All right. Moving on. We cut backstage to Alexa Bliss, who was talking on the phone about how her luggage was apparently lost, and screamed at whoever was on the phone to find her luggage. Nikki Cross walked up to Alexa Bliss, and she was not looking crazy. And Alexa said that not everybody there is as nice as Cross, and Nikki said that she didn't think anybody noticed that she was there for the last 4 weeks. And Alexa rambled on for a while, but Nikki stopped her and said that Alexa can talk to her rather than, rambling to herself. And so Alexa whined about her shoes being untied, and now her gear is in there, and how she didn't want to be laughed at again. And Nikki said that maybe the McMahons can find her a suitable replacement. And Alexa asked if Nikki can take her place. And she seemed confused, and Alexa said that she'll tell the McMahons that Nikki will take her place in the women's fatal 4-way match happening later this evening. So a promo to Alexa and Nikki, who I guess are allied now.
Or it's a one-time deal because they had to punt because Alexa got injured again.
Or that.
Because Nikki's probably taking... It has been official that Nikki's taking her place in the Money in the Bank.
Yes, I looked it up on Wikipedia.
Yes, it is.
Fair. Yeah, so that's probably why they did. That's probably a one-time only thing.
I pulled a Jim and looked it up on Wikipedia.
She did, it's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, we go to a commercial break. And we come back to the commercial break for not 1, but 2 contract signings.
At the same time.
Yes, Becky Lynch has signed contracts for both of her title defenses at Money in the Bank.
Becky Two Pens?
Becky Two Pens. Michael Cole moderated this because I guess Shane was too lazy to walk to the ring. And so the Sassy Southern Belle came out. And Renee Young and Corey Graves, of course, got in an argument about her, as they are wont to do. And Charlotte Flair then came out as the SmackDown challenger, so she's the 4th of the wild card SmackDown people on the show tonight. Becky then made her entrance. The fans cheered loudly, saying Becky Two Belts and the man. She got in the ring and sat at one side of the table, while Charlotte and Lacey were both on the other side of the table. And Charlotte chose to, Becky Lynch started off saying that it feels great to be back in London. The fans chanted Becky Two Belts. And I'm going, now you ladies, you're both bigger than me. You're both more athletic. But Lacey, we'll feel the pressure while the champ stomps on the back of your neck. And she then called Lacey the twin sister, Charlotte the twin sister of Lacey. And Charlotte countered that Becky never learns, saying that Becky has everything she's ever wanted, but she still has to make digs. And that same mouth of Lynch got her in this situation, and she can't win. And Lacey Evans added that this is a contract signing, not a fight in a barn. And Lynch pointed out to Lacey Evans that you've never been in one of these before, have you? And and Becky reminded Charlotte that she made history, that the history that Charlotte thought she was owed, and mentioned that Charlotte hasn't been delivering against Becky, and she really has to bring this one home. She then told Evans that she can't afford to lose her first title match in WWE, while Flair can't afford to lose her millionth title match. And Becky then signed both contracts, and the fans chanted Becky 2 belts. Charlotte pointed out that Becky got her storybook ending. She beat the baddest woman on the planet, and it's still not enough for her. And adds that Becky built up a reputation that she can't live up to. And that all of this is going to come crashing down. And frankly, I find it hilarious, that being Charlotte. She said that not even these 2 titles can hide your jealousy and insecurities. And at Money in the Bank, you can blame your stubborn pride when you bow down to the Queen. Charlotte then signed her contract. Lacey Evans then took the mic and said that the WWE Universe deserves a legitimate lady to set the example of a champion. See, we have the young women being led astray by your classless, confusing behavior. I'll give class to the Raw Women's Championship. You see, you pretend to swing around something you don't have, but you'll have trouble beating both of us at Money in the Bank. And she signed her contract. The women then stood up, and of course the fight broke out. Becky threw Lacey Evans into the ring post and then delivered knee strikes to the ribs of Charlotte. She teased a powerbomb, but Lacey Evans got back into the ring, and Flair got a cheap shot boot to the face. Becky Lynch then got whipped into the turnbuckle, and the 2 ladies then set up the table in the ring. Charlotte picked up Becky Lynch, and Lacey Evans assisted her as they gave Becky a double powerbomb through the table. Given this is a go-home show, translation, Becky is beating both of them.
Yeah.
And damn well she should.
Does that mean Charlotte and Lacey are gonna create a cross-branded women's shield?
They need a 3rd leggy blonde to complete that if they're going to do that.
Well, Sonya and Mandy might be breaking up pretty soon.
Could be. Mandy would certainly work for that trio. We'll see. Anyway, so that's going to be promo to all these ladies, and then assault to all these ladies, and a table spot to Charlotte and Lacey.
Mm-hmm.
So Becky 2 belts gets 5 for the promo and 4 for assault is 9 points. Wins are at 163. And Charlotte gets 5 for the promo, 4 for an assault, and 5 for a table spot is 14 points. Puts her at 89. And Lacey Evans gets the same 14 points for the same reason as Charlotte. And she'll also get 14 points, which is 99, puts her at 109. Not bad at all. Continuing through the promo, commercial break. We then come back with the commercial break, where Baron Corbin was in the ring. And announcer Tom Phillips had the little card in his hand, which he read off with all of Baron Corbin's accolades for his introduction. Ricochet then came out, and there was a pre-taped promo from Ricochet saying that he was going to do everything that he can to win at Money in the Bank. So that's a promo to Ricochet. $164. Cool. We then had a match between Baron Corbin and Ricochet. Ricochet opened it up with a drop kick that sent Corbin out of the ring. Corbin then sent Ricochet into the turnbuckle. Both men avoided moves from each other outside the ring, though nothing specified, and then Ricochet hit a cross-body block. Corbin bailed out to the floor again, so Ricochet ran at him, but Corbin used Ricochet's own momentum to throw Ricochet into the apron, Ricochet then popped off the apron and hit a moonsault off the middle turnbuckle onto Corbin on the floor. Back in the ring, Corbin decked Ricochet with a big clothesline, which led to a break. Back from that break, Corbin was in control as the announcers did their spiel about talking up the importance of the Money in the Bank ladder match and the almost guaranteed championship reign. Ricochet then hit a roll-through drop kick, as he likes to do. Then knees to the face and a springboard clothesline, got a 2 count. Ricochet then countered an attempted slam into a pinfall for another 2. Corbin then hit a deep 6, got him a 2. Corbin went for another slam, but Ricochet countered that into his impact DDT for a 2 count. He then went up top for a 630, but Corbin got out of the way. However, Ricochet managed to hit a Hurricanrana off the top instead. And Ricochet then hit a standing shooting star, got a 2 off of that. And Ricochet was stunned that wasn't enough to win. He ran off the ropes, but came back off the ropes into an end of days and lost the match. So Baron Corbin with a win going into Money in the Bank, so he ain't winning again this year.
I'm okay with this. This is the best possible situation for me.
Yes. Post-match, Baron Corbin then set up a ladder in the ring and went up to retrieve the contract. But while he was up top, Ricochet shoved the ladder over and Corbin went crashing down onto the ropes. Ricochet's music then played while Corbin left. So I'm not going to give any points for that after-match thing because pushing over ladder is not really an assault.
No.
So therefore, we will go to the match. So the one and only Ricochet will get 5 for being in the match and 12 moves, which include a drop kick, a moonsault, another drop kick, a springboard clothesline, 2 evasions of slams from Baron Corbin, and the athletic DDT or the impact DDT, and a standing shooting star press, which puts Ricochet at 17 points. Which becomes 74, 81, 81. We then have Baron Corbin, who won the match, who gets 20 points for winning the match, 5 for being in it, and 6 moves, including a clothesline, a deep 6, and an evasion of the 630, and the end of days, which puts Baron Corbin at a total of 31 points. So let's see, that becomes 58, 159. And a top 10 spot for Corbin for now.
Yay.
All right, there you go. How about that? So following all of that, we see a clip of Samoa Joe talking trash at Rey Mysterio's son Dominic from last week. Rey was then interviewed by Charlie Caruso, and Mysterio claimed that Joe crossed a line by threatening my son. Cesaro then walked up and complained about Rey talking trash about Joe when he's not even there. And Rey then mentioned that Dominic was training to wrestle and traveling and wasn't there either. And Cesaro said that he didn't care about Dominic and claimed that Dominic looked more like Samoa Joe.
Oh.
I'm your puppy.
Yeah, no. Fuck Vince.
Cesaro then asked Rey if he was sure Dominic was really his son. Mysterio then brawled with Cesaro in the back as referees broke it up, and Mysterio yelled about how you shouldn't mess with his family. So that's an assault to Mysterio. A promo and an assault to Mysterio. That's 9 points to Ray. It's been 82.
And 5 points to Cesaro.
Yeah, Cesaro. Well, Cesaro brawled too, so I don't know if he gets the assault too.
Did he land hits?
I don't know. It just says that they brawled.
I suppose.
So the Cesaro will also get 9 points, putting him at 99. All right. Next up, we go to a commercial break. We come back the commercial break to a Roman Reigns video package. And then after that, we cut to AJ Styles, who's interviewed by Sarah Shriver. And he says that people are questioning if he hit Seth Rollins with a forearm intentionally, but he said that it was meant for Baron Corbin, and mentioned that Seth claimed that this was his show, at least until AJ showed up. And said that I came to WWE with a huge chip on my shoulder, and it gave me an opportunity to face the Universal Champion. And this Sunday, I walk in as the challenger, but I walk out as the new Universal Champion. So promo to AJ. All right. We then go to a commercial break. We come back from this commercial break to prep for the Fatal 4-Way Women's match. Naomi had a pre-tape promo. Doesn't say what it was. Just that it was. Dana Brooke had a no entrance, or made her no entrance to no reaction, and did a pre-tape promo claiming she deserved to win. Natalya came out and got to do a pre-tape promo about how her experience is going to pay off, since this is the 4th Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and she's been in all of them. Nikki Cross then made her entrance and was doing back to being crazy. And she got some love from the UK crowd, being that she is Scottish.
Mm-hmm.
And Alexa did a pre-tape promo about how she's going to be Miss Goddess in the Bank again.
No, you're not.
And Alexa came out in street clothes to watch the match, since she didn't have ring gear because her luggage got lost. So, commentary to Alexa.
Yay.
Put her at 61. And then we go to the match. Naomi started off with a running splash against a turnbuckle on somebody. I don't know who. Now, Natalya hit a clothesline on Dana Brooke. Nikki Cross dumped Natalya out of the ring. Naomi hit a full Nelson slam on Dana. Then Nikki Cross trapped Natalya against the ring apron and threw punches at her. Naomi then hit a corkscrew cross body block onto the 3 women outside, which led to a commercial. We come back from that to Natalya giving Dana Brooke a surfboard submission. Nikki Cross went up top. Naomi knocked her down, then kicked Natalya for a 2 count. Nikki was thrown out of the ring by Naomi, and Natalya and Dana Brooke then slammed Naomi on the mat with a double team maneuver. Nikki Cross got back in the ring and hit a belly-to-back suplex on Dana Brooke, then threw Natalya out of the ring, and then got a 2 count on Natalya back in the ring, I guess. Or I think she got a 2 count on Dana and not on Natalya. I think that's a mess up. Anyway, she applied an arm submission on Naomi, while Alexa talked about how nice Cross was from the commentary table. Naomi then cleaned house with punches and the rear view on Natalya and Nikki Cross. Naomi then kicked Dana Brooke and then put Dana Brooke on Natalya, and then went up top and hit a split-legged moonsault on, or tried to hit it on both women, but Dana moved out of the way, so it only actually hit Natalya. And she got a 2 count off it. Dana Brooke then threw Naomi out of the ring, then grabbed a steel ladder from under the ring. Natalya knocked Dana Brooke down, and then Nikki Cross hit her with a spear, or hit Natalya with a spear, rather, on the floor. Dana Brooke set the ladder up and climbed up it, and referee Mike Chioda was holding the ladder for her as she went up it for safety's sake. And Dana Brooke went to the top of the ladder and then did a cross body block onto the other women on the floor off the ladder. So that was cool. Dana Brooke then yelled that she belongs here, so Natalya threw her into the barricade and then hit a clothesline on Naomi. Back in the ring, Nikki Cross managed to hit Natalya with a spinning neck breaker and got the pinfall.
Her finishing move is a spinning neck breaker?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, it's a spinning neck breaker. I'm trying to remember exactly what she calls it. Brain fart.
Because a standard spinning neck breaker seems kind of tame for a finishing move.
It does, but I think, hang on, let me see something here real quick.
Through the interwebs.
Da-da-da-da. Over here, and over here. And let me get to the other document that I want. Where is it? Do I not have it here? What the frick? Oh, that's great. I don't have that document here. Oh, dear. All right, well, we'll just have to do this the hard way.
The Purge. Swinging fisherman's neck breaker. Oh, okay. Well, it's a fisherman's neck breaker. It's not just a standard neck breaker.
Fair enough.
I don't know if that's what she still calls it, but that's the name on this website. It's The Purge.
Okay, then. I'm assuming that's what she still calls it.
So, swinging fisherman's neck breaker sounds slightly impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Swinging neck breaker is like, really? That's the best you could come up with. All right, then.
Okay, then, I guess. Where is this thing? Yeah, the purge is what I'm seeing here. Swinging fisherman neckbreaker, sometimes done repeatedly in succession. Okay. So Nikki Cross won the match. After the match, Alexa and Nikki Cross set up a ladder in the ring under the briefcase, and Nikki Cross went to climb it, and Alexa told her, "No, I'm going to climb it," and Alexa then climbed up and got the briefcase.
Just to have the moment that she's not going to
Yep.
have.
All right, match time. Fatal 4-way. So for the losers, Naomi. The base on this is 8, by the way, because it's a specialty Fatal 4-way. So Naomi gets base 8 and 5 moves, including a run, the full Nelson slam, a kick, the rear view. Actually, that should be an extra one because she actually did 2 rear views. So that's actually 1 extra point for Naomi there. So that will be the full Nelson slam, the kick, 2 rear views, another kick, and the split-legged moonsault is 6 for Naomi. So that's 14 points to Naomi total. And becomes 118. All right. Next up, we have Natalia, who gets the base 8 and 3 points for a clothesline, the surfboard submission maneuver, and another clothesline, a.k.a. the Natty by Nature. He has a total of 11 points to Natalia. He has 38. And then we have Dana Brooke, who gets 8 points, the base 8. She gets 3 for escaping the surfboard submission. And I gave her 5 OMG points for the off the top of the ladder spot.
Okay.
So 16 points to Dana Brooke. 36. And your winner, Nikki Cross. She gets 20 points for winning the match, 10 for winning a specialty match is 30. The base 8 is 38. And she gets 2 moves, 1 for the series of crazy Nikki Cross corner punches, and 1 for the purge.
The purge.
Is a total of 40 points to Nikki Cross.
Woohoo.
That's right, 45.
Let's go crazy.
Clap, 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 clap. So after all that, we cut backstage to Sami Zayn, who did a promo talking to the camera saying that he fights for a cause. Said, Strowman is an imagination for you wanting to be big and strong. But you have to understand that being right is better than being big and strong. I will find a way to beat Braun Strowman and to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Did he actually say money in the ladder?
No, he said Money in the Bank ladder match. That was me.
You suck.
I know. Sorry. Promo to Sammy. $82. And we went to a commercial break. And we come back for the commercial break for the Cesaro versus Rey Mysterio match. While the gentlemen are making their entrances, Samoa Joe does a cell phone promo. And Cole noted that Joe was with the other half of the tour in another part of Europe. And Joe noted that Rey crossed the line when he brought Dominic to WWE. And he said, Rey, I'll see you at Money in the Bank. And I hope I see Dominic there, too. So that's a promo to Samoa Joe. We then go to the match of Cesaro versus Rey. Rey opened up with a head scissors off the rope. Cesaro came back with a spinning backbreaker, got a 2 off it. Cesaro put Rey up on his shoulders, and then they went over the top rope, still on his shoulders, and Rey sent Cesaro into the barricade with a little whip maneuver. Mysterio went for an attack on the floor, but Cesaro grabbed him and swung him into the barricade a couple times. They battled up to the apron. Rey avoided a charge, and Cesaro hit the turnbuckle with his not very good shoulder that he always wears kinesio tape on. Mysterio went up top, but Cesaro crushed him with a forearm and knocked him down. He then grabbed Mysterio from the apron and vertical suplexed him for a 2 count, which was cool. Back from a commercial break, Cesaro went for a big swing, but Mysterio countered it into a DDT. He then hit a seated senton off the top, and then a spinning armbar and a cradle pin got a 2. Mysterio knocked Cesaro into the ropes, went for the 619, but Cesaro blocked it and turned it into a Cesaro swing. He then threw Rey into the ropes with the big uppercut with a European flavor. Then Cesaro attempted to do a 619, but Mysterio avoided it and turned it into a sunset flip powerbomb for a 2. Yeah. Many people tend to forget that Cesaro actually does have the 619 on his move list.
Yeah. It's called the Swiss 19.
Yeah, the Swiss 19. And so, anyway, Cesaro hit a forearm to block another Mysterio attack. Mysterio managed to trip Cesaro onto the ropes again. 619 and a frog splash off the top gets Mysterio the win.
There you go, Risa.
There you go. Big Rey with a win.
So he's not winning the championship.
Probably not, no. So, Cesaro gets 5 points for being in the match, and then 7 for moves, including the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker maneuver, the superplex from the apron, 3 for countering a 619, 1 for the big swing, and 1 for the uppercut with a European flavor. It's 12 points to Cesaro. Which is 111. Rey Mysterio gets 20 points for winning a match. He gets 5 for being in it, and 13 moves, which includes the head scissors, 3 points for reversing the first swing attempt, the seated senton, 3 for reversing the Swiss 19, 1 for the sunset flip, 1 for the actual 619, and 1 for the frog splash. Wait, I only count that as 11. Where did I get 13? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11. Why the hell am I getting 13? I can't count.
Apparently not.
Yeah,
We already knew that.
clearly. Wasn't anything post-match, was there? Nope. All right, well, I just can't count that. All right, 36 points to Rey Mysterio. This is 88, is 98, 08, 118. All right. So, following all of that, the Revival did a promo from the locker room, and Dash Wilder said that Scott Dawson needed him, so he shaved his back. And Dawson said the ball's in the Usos' court, and if they want to find out who the best tag team is, they aren't hard to find, but the embarrassment to the Revival stops right now. And I like how Canton's analysis is, does that mean they signed new contracts?
Yeah.
So, a promo to the Revival. 5 for Scott Dawson up there. And 5 for Dash Wilder. 4, all right. Next, we go to a commercial break. And we come back from the commercial break. We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that will never, never end.
Mm-hmm.
The Firefly Funhouse with Bray Wyatt, who said yowie wowie, and the kids had kind of looked around to find him and found him over in the corner between Abby and Mercy.
Even though they already looked in that corner in the first place.
Yeah. And they told him to Mercer, hurry it up, I got stuff to do. And he said, it's almost time to show everyone what I've really been working on. But I need help from all my fireflies. See, I have a secret. Ooh. The secret is, you see, there's still plenty of darkness in this old noggin. But I learned how to harness it and control it. Do you want to see my secret? Let me in. And we ended up with the other form of Bray Wyatt, which is Bray Wyatt with a really creepy clown mask that I said to me is reminiscent of Baron Blade's mask in the video game's career mode.
A lot of people made that comparison.
But is also very reminiscent of Sweet Tooth from the Twisted Metal video game franchise. And you can also make easy comparisons to the Joker during that story arc where the Joker cut his own face off and then wore it as a mask.
Or the blue-looking guy from oh, I had it in my head. Starts with an S. It was John Leguizamo's character.
The Violator.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't start with an S.
No,
the movie does. It's
movie,
Spawn,
yeah.
if that's what you meant.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
From Spawn. Yeah, it does look like a character from Spawn.
Yeah, the name of the character is the Violator.
So yeah, Bray Wyatt is wearing this creepy mask and says, Yahweh, Wowie.
And that voice is creepy as fuck.
Yeah. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are.
No, Wyatt does it better.
I know. Go ahead, Tiff. Sorry.
Except for the voice, it sounds like he's trying to pull Finn Balor.
Well, I did see some heavy rumors that this might have had some of the same inspiration. I know Jeff had seen rumors that Matt Hardy might have had some work on this, but I saw a bunch of rumors that Triple H and The Undertaker actually helped him develop this.
Oh, really?
Really?
I read it in a comment section. No idea if it's true, but that was a rumor. And purportedly that those two are also the two that helped Finn Balor develop the demon persona, so it could come from that same creative spot.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting. But just the Firehouse Funhouse is on WWE's YouTube channel. Go check that out if you like to see it. By the way, news note, everybody hasn't noticed, there are no longer YouTube clips of Raw or SmackDown being posted during the shows. I guess there was some concern about that hurting ratings, and so now they don't put up any YouTube clips until after the shows are done airing. So, there you go. Anyway.
So apparently...
Yes?
So apparently Bray Wyatt texted a Missouri-based tattoo artist and illustrator named Kyle A. Scarborough and was like, I need you to do a rendering for me because Vince isn't buying this based on description alone. He needs to see it. So he ran down a list of basically the concept that he wanted for the mask. And this guy actually drew the mask and gave it to him. And Vince actually like saw this guy's work because Bray brought in and Bray went back to him and said, dude, thank you so much. You just saved my career.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Nice.
So there you go.
Also reminiscent of the Insane Clown Posse, if anybody remembers that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
ICP. So we'll see. Hopefully he starts wrestling soon, and we'll see how this whole thing plays out.
Yeah, because right now it seems a little bit of Lacey Evans before she started wrestling too. Because all she did was come out and wave and then walk back.
Yeah, except that this is actually entertaining.
Yeah.
Anyway, replays of shit from earlier, and then Seth freaking Rollins. He was interviewed by Sarah Schreiber, and said that he gave AJ Styles the benefit of the doubt, and claimed that it wasn't about respect, it's personal. He talked about how they had a singles match 15 years ago in a small building in a small town, and a clip aired of that match, and said that it was the first time his family and friends believed in him, and talked about how it's not about proving something to his family and friends now, it's about himself, the WWE Universe, and proving himself to AJ Styles that he is the backbone of Monday Night Raw. And Rollins said that 15 years ago, he looked up at AJ Styles. I looked up to AJ Styles, but on Sunday, it will be Styles looking up to him. So that's cool. So a promo to the champ. $60. All right. We then go to a commercial. And we come back for the commercial for the main event, a Falls Count Anywhere match between Braun Strowman and Sami Zayn for a space in the Money in the Bank ladder match. It's worth noting that Braun Strowman had a large black brace on his right bicep during this match. And Sami Zayn did his ridiculous dancing. And Sami Zayn grabbed a fan's Braun Strowman side from the front row and then stepped on it. We saw a clip about the dumpster, and we then kicked off the match. Braun Strowman opened up by throwing Sami in the corner and hitting 2 running splashes on him. Sami Zayn got out of the ring, so Strowman then ran him over with 2 running shoulder tackles. Sami Zayn then jumped the barricade and ran up the stairs into the crowd. Strowman followed him, and as he caught up to Sami Zayn in the crowd area, Sami Zayn hit Braun Strowman with a garbage bin that he rolled over against him. Strowman then whipped Sami Zayn into a concrete pole, then covered Sami with a foot on his chest for a 2 count. Baron Corbin then jumped Braun Strowman from behind with a trash can, several trash cans actually, and beat him up with trash cans as the fans chanted "Holy shit!" Zayn went for a 2 count on Strowman off the trash can assault, but only got a 2. And Corbin then picked up Braun Strowman and slammed him through a merchandise table that was nearby. Strowman got back up from this, however, shoved Sami Zayn away, and then threw Baron Corbin into a merchandise stand, which fell over on top of him as the
Baron Corbin's in this now.
Baron Corbin is interfering in this match to attempt to help Sami Zayn.
Okay.
Baron Corbin's in the Money in the Bank match. He does not want Braun Strowman in that match if he can help it.
Of course he doesn't.
At being this is a Falls Count Anywhere match, there's no DQ. So, we went to a commercial off of that. When we came back, Sami Zayn was running toward the ring, and Strowman was chasing him. Sami Zayn managed to grab a hold of a steel chair and hit Strowman in the back with a chair, and then hit him with another chair shot in the back. Strowman then punched Sami Zayn in the face. He then grabbed a ladder that was positioned up near the entrance stage because, Money in the Bank's coming up, so they got ladders everywhere. And he grabbed this ladder. And when he grabbed the ladder, Sami Zayn ran into the backstage area near the locker rooms to get away. Sami Zayn was getting exhausted from all the running, and he sold this for a minute. So Braun Strowman hit him with a big clothesline to the back of the head, then threw Sami into a nearby garage door. Braun Strowman was then blindside assaulted by Drew McIntyre with an assortment of assaulting maneuvers, including a Glasgow Kiss headbutt. He then hit Braun Strowman with a DDT onto a steel chair. And Zayn went for the cover, but still only got a 2 count. Strowman then got up and shoved Drew McIntyre into a TV monitor. And then grabbed an icebox and threw that onto him. Sami Zayn was crawling his way back to the ringside area, so Strowman chased him, and they ended up back out by the entrance. Strowman kicked Sami Zayn in the head, then jabbed Sami Zayn in the ribs with a ladder, and then hit him in the back with the ladder. Strowman then grabbed 4 more ladders and just tossed them all on top of Sami Zayn's fallen corpse. Corbin and McIntyre then came out again and began double teaming Braun Strowman. McIntyre hit Strowman in the ribs with a ladder, and McIntyre and Corbin then proceeded to give Braun Strowman a two-man suplex onto a bridged ladder that was up against the barricade, which I'm going out on an assumption and saying it broke, and even if it didn't, I'm counting it as a OMG. And following this suplex to the ladder, McIntyre followed this up by hitting Braun Strowman with a Claymore kick. And Corbin then pulled Sami Zayn's fallen corpse out from under the ladder pile and put it on top of Braun Strowman, which led to the 3 count, and Sami Zayn taking Braun Strowman's place in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm going to take a wild guess that the brace on Braun's bicep has something to do with it.
Not if Dave Meltzer's to be believed.
Okay.
Because according to Dave Meltzer, so grain of salt. Braun is not injured. He's perfectly fine.
Okay.
But that this is, quote, part of a longer-term storyline, unquote. So, yes, WWE plus long-term storyline. Be doubtful. Be very, very doubtful.
Okay.
Yeah, because we know WWE doesn't do long-term at all. Not with Vince at the helm.
So, over-under on Braun coming out just destroying the entire Money in the Bank match?
Potentially
up. Let's be honest, you can totally see him doing that, and then one guy who either hid or was the first assault that recovered first managing to climb the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, if they want, as much as it could be impressive to do other things, I could see them using that as a believable way for Ricochet to win. Because being that he's new, nobody will believe about the bat, but if he did some impressive moves and then Braun took everybody else out, that will be an easy way for Ricochet to legitimately win.
Except he's been impressive since his debut, and he came up from NXT, so it's not like he hasn't been around.
True.
And let's be honest, as much as I love him, Ricochet is more believable than Mustafa Ali to win this.
That is fair. I will give you that. Maybe that's gonna maybe Braun will justify Mustafa Ali winning it then.
I doubt it. Their rival show.
True, but that's what I'm saying though. I'm saying Braun's not going to intentionally. Braun's just going to come out and attack Sami Zayn and probably destroy other people in the process, not to intentionally allow anyone to win. He's just going to be pissed and beat people up, and Ali's just going to capitalize on it.
Yeah, I don't see Braun beating up Ricochet though, because aren't they friends?
True. Although
shit, so.
Yeah, but if let's say that Baron Corbin, end of days is Ricochet on a ladder 2 seconds before Braun comes out, that takes Ricochet out.
Yeah, and then Braun just comes out, kills everyone, leaves, and then Ricochet's like gets up like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah. I will say, unfortunately, I'm not, as much as I would like to see it, Finn Balor's not going to win this because I don't think a person with a mid-card title has ever won this match.
Is Finn Balor in the match?
Yes, he is.
Okay, yeah, he's not winning this.
No. Well, when we get to the end, we do the predictions. We'll talk about it more.
Okay.
But in the meantime, main event.
Yeah.
First of all, post-match, Braun Strowman managed to get back up off of this. And Baron Corbin shoved Sami Zayn down from the backstage area, basically threw him to the wolves, while he and McIntyre hightailed it out of there. So Braun Strowman picked up Sami Zayn and chokeslammed him through the announce table.
Okay, then.
So that's a table spot to Braun. All right, so we'll do the interfering guys first. So Drew McIntyre interfered here. He's going to get 6 for interfering in the match. He's going to get, 3 points for using a ladder as a weapon, and 3 points for the suplex onto the ladder to put Braun through the ladder, and 5 points for other moves. 5 points for the ladder suplex OMG, 3 for the ladder weapon, and then 1 for a Claymore kick, 1 for the DDT, and 1 for a headbutt. Is a total of 17 points to Drew McIntyre. 120. Baron Corbin is going to get 6 for interference, 5 for the ladder suplex is 11, 5 for putting Braun Strowman through a merchandise table in the back, and 3 for an assault with trash cans is 19 points to Baron Corbin. Yeah, 69, 178. Baron Corbin just paying dividends for Jeff tonight.
Woo! Why do you think I picked Baron Corbin when no one else did? I was like, dude, he's like the premier heel on fucking Raw right now.
It's a good call. Going back to the guys actually in this match, Braun Strowman will get 12 points. At base for being in a specialty main event match. He will get, let's see. What do we got here? 4 points for moves, 2 for 2 corner splashes, and 2 for 2 shoulder tackles. And actually plus 1 for the post-match choke slam, I should add.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wait.
And then doesn't Braun get 5 for putting him through the table because then he choke slammed him through a table, you said?
Yeah, that's announced table gets Braun 5.
Braun.
Pretty much. So Braun is going to get 12 for being in the match. He's going to get 5 for that table spot. He's going to get 3 for using a ladder as a weapon, 3 for using an icebox as a weapon.
Does he get 3 for piling chairs on top of Sami Zayn?
He piled ladders on top of Sami Zayn, and no.
Oh, I thought it was chairs. Okay, fair enough.
No, it was ladders, and he already used a ladder, so that already counts once.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's so it's a 12 at, so let's see, now I'm getting confused here. 12 at base, 5 for the table spot, and then 4 for moves.
3 for ladder.
21.
No, wait, 5 for moves because the choke slam, yeah. So 28 points total to Braun.
Did you add the 3 for the ladder?
Yes.
Okay, because I didn't hear you say that the last time through. Fair enough.
I did. It's 6 for weapons and 4 for and 5 for moves is 11 points total for that.
Okay.
Plus 5 for the table spot
Yep.
and 12 base is 28 points to Braun.
Fair.
So let's see, that'll be 73, 83, and 8 is 91. And your winner, Sami Zayn, will get himself the 12 base, 20 for winning a match, 10 for winning a specialty match, 5 for winning the main event, and 6 moves, which include 3 points for throwing a drink in Braun Strowman's face while they were in the audience, 3 points for hitting Braun Strowman with a garbage bin, and 3 points for hitting Braun Strowman with a steel chair.
Okay.
He did not do any of his actual moves, but it's still 53 points to Sami Zayn. Would be 85, would be 95, 05, 15, 25, 135.
That means Sami Zayn's in the main event and Braun isn't?
In Money in the Bank, yeah.
That means Sami Zayn is now in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and Braun Strowman is not. So, I'm not going to complain about it, but I apologize to whoever has Braun Strowman.
Me.
No, well, I don't apologize.
Fuck you.
You're my close rival. I have, and you're the one that wins. Like you and I have both collectively won the most seasons. We're the rivals. I have to not be sorry for you because I'm the one. You're the one I mainly compete against here. Easy, Muttley. Exactly. So anyway, that's the end of Raw. Strowman did his Braun yell over the fallen corpse of Sami Zayn on top of the remains of the announce table. So let's go on and see what's going on with scores over in this neck of the woods. Let me add the appropriate programming. Raw 5, 13, 19. SmackDown Live is 5, 14, 19. And 205 Live is 5, 14, 19. Okay. So then we will go ahead and check out these scores over yonder. Save. We'll then do a data refresh and another save. All right. Point stand as follows. I'm at 2160, almost just 102 points ahead of Jeff. And in the lead, Jeff's at 2062. No, sorry, I went the wrong way. 98 points ahead of Jeff. 1663 for Tiff and the iconic Premier Man's Club for Women's Rights. And 1182 for Real Huggable Sensation, so catching up there a little bit.
Speaking of Riso, what happened to her?
Probably
She
fell
may
asleep.
join us. We will see.
Okay.
Unfortunately, her son had a long nap earlier and did not want to go to bed.
Oh.
So she was going to wait and see for him to conk out and hope that she did not conk out before he did.
Fair.
And 1182. But she does have the link on Skype, so if she is ready, she's welcome to join us at any time.
Fair. All right, over to SmackDown.
Indeed you do. Tiff, are you ready?
Ready.
All right.
Still awake, apparently.
That's a good thing. Let me go ahead and open up the SmackDown recap here.
I do need to go take a minute before we start.
You need to take a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. You go take a minute, and by the time you come back, I'll have read the opening of the show and got to the first match when we'll actually need you for points.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah. That's another thing. It's also possible in this match that Braun could come out and destroy everybody, and Andrade could hide like a coward and then go take the briefcase.
God, I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, he is banging Charlotte, and they do really like Charlotte. It's the reverse John Cena effect.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we're going to open up at SmackDown Live, which was also in London, much like Raw. And we open up with Roman Reigns. Bow now. And Roman Reigns came out to the ring and said that they had unfinished business from Raw last night, and he's not going to wait until Money in the Bank. He wants to solve their issues right now. He said that Elias is a huge problem here on SmackDown. So here's one of the solutions. Here via wild card, returning to SmackDown, The Miz. Awesome. I came to play. So Miz got a decent ovation and came out. Miz said, it's good to be here. 5 days until Shane McMahon can't run. And 5 days until Shane McMahon can't hide. Shane putting his hands on my father was unforgivable and unforgettable. But this Sunday, Shane McMahon will be locked inside a steel cage with me. Here comes the money. Here comes the money. So Shane came to the entrance area, and Elias came out with him with a guitar over his shoulder, as per usual. And wearing, by the way, a really ugly shirt.
Okay.
It was an ugly-ass shirt. Anyway, so Elias said that, well, first of all, Shane opened up by saying that, now, wait a minute here, Roman. Now, just because you invited The Miz here does not make him an official wild card. So what I'm going to go ahead and do right now by my authority as a McMahon, Miz, you are hereby banned from the ring and from the building for the remainder of the evening. So you need to leave. And Elias then stepped up and said that Roman Reigns can call him a karaoke singer, a wedding singer, whatever. But if you underestimate me, it will be the biggest mistake of your career. I'll show you why Mr. McMahon chose me as the biggest acquisition in SmackDown history. And why WWE stands for Walk with Elias. And then the two gentlemen in the ring did not move, so Shane said that if they're not going to leave the ring, then he will make them leave. And he mentioned there are a few other people that hate The Miz's guts. And out came the tag team champions.
Mm-hmm.
The four men then marched to the ring in unison for a 4-on-2 assault, and they spread themselves out to the four sides of the ring like they apparently think they're the Nexus or the Shield or something.
Mm-hmm.
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 Mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, Tiff.
Indeed. So the heels surrounded them and then jumped in the ring and began assaulting Reigns and The Miz. Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan got sent out of the ring, and everybody ended up fighting outside the ring for a while, with the heels gaining control. That is until the Usos came running out of the ring, running down to the ring, got in the ring, went off the ramp side ropes, and did a double suicide dive onto the heels in front of the announce table. This then turned into a 4-on-1 assault. Rowan hit the Usos with a big double clothesline. The brawl then moved back into the ring where the faces cleared out the heels. And Roman Reigns' music played as the faces stood tall in the ring, and the commentators talked up the Usos being members of the Bloodline.
Right, with Roman.
Yeah, so that all happened. Yeah, let's take a picture. Look, Elias is wearing this ugly ass freaking flowery shirt. It's a black shirt. It's got all flowers on it. It's like, no, don't wear that.
Do you want to throw it up on the screen?
Yeah, sure. I can throw that up for a sec. Hang on. Let me grab over to the recap. That's not the video I wanted. Where's the window that I want? It's over here. I don't need that window. Close that window out. We need this window. Stop screen sharing that. Let's go over to here. Let me, no, that one, this one.
Okay, then. Go
Look at
on with the
Elias.
Hawaiian theme tonight.
Yeah, look at Elias' ugly ass Hawaiian shirt. Look at this.
Well, all right, then.
Ridiculous. Anyway, let's go back over here to the main recap scoring sheet there. Hide that.
And
Present to all. Let's jump back. All right, we're back on there. Cool. All right. So, hide that.
points.
So anyway, yeah. So that's promo and assault to Roman and Miz. Start off with that.
And Shane.
Right. We'll get to that in a minute. And Shane.
Well, they should all have the same points.
I know, but hang on. So 9 puts 160 for Roman. And the Miz puts him at 99. And 9 points for Shane. Puts him at 96.
An assault to everyone else.
Wait a second.
Waiting a second.
Go back to Shane.
Okay.
How many points did he have?
87.
Somebody's not. Either I'm marking people in the wrong area or we're not clicking because I had him at 91.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
You gave Shane an extra promo somewhere along the way.
That's less than a promo.
That's 5 points, dude.
It's not 5 points is 92. 5 and 7 is 12.
What did she have him at?
91.
Okay, so it's 4 for an assault from somewhere. I don't know.
Okay.
Either way, it's 96. And then Elias gets promo and assault. It's 81. And then the Usos get assault. And 1 point each for a suicide dive. So 5 points each to the Usos. 104 and 115 respectively.
And then assault to the tag team champs.
Right, and then assault to Daniel Bryan.
And Eric Rowan.
He's just Rowan.
I don't care. Fuck WWE and their naming schema. Vince has lost it anyway.
I don't want to get him confused with Eric of the Viking War raiding experience.
Well, they're already going to get confused because they also have Eric Young on that same show, who hasn't shown up yet.
That is true. Anyway.
So, let's go back to Eric Rowan. You only gave him 4, correct?
I haven't given Eric Rowan anything yet.
Oh, okay.
That was my next stop was Eric Rowan, and yes, he'll be getting 4 for an assault.
Now, does he get only 4, or does he get like that 1 point for the double clothesline, or is it 2 point because he gave a clothesline to Jimmy and Jay?
Is the clothesline one of his moves?
I just went through the thing and counted moves. It takes too long for me to go back and forth to figure out who has moves where. I'm pretty sure he does it a lot.
Yeah, but clotheslines are also very common. That doesn't make it a move. Jeff, can you check?
Who had the oh shit, was it Harper that had the clothesline? One of them had a clothesline for a finishing move. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, because Rowan has the choke slam. That's right.
Yeah, no. Harper has the lariat.
Yeah, so then
Discus lariat.
Yeah, he doesn't have the lariat, so no.
Yeah. But he could have a clothesline as a signature move.
Not on this list.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, then.
Then no, then it's just 4 points to Rowan. Puts him at 73. All right, so that's the opening segment. Next up, we went to a commercial break. And we come back for what is to be a fatal 4-way match. This one featuring men for the men's Money in the Bank match, as opposed to the Monday Night Raw match, which was the women. First of all, we cut to Shane, Elias, Brian, and Rowan are backstage. And Shane says that the 4 of them are going to take on Roman and the Usos in a 4-on-3 handicap match later tonight. And if The Miz comes anywhere near that match, he's going to cancel his steel cage match with The Miz at Money in the Bank. So that's a promo to Shane. Put Shane at 101. And then we go to the ring where Randy Orton did a promo with a ladder. And said that this Sunday, I'm going to climb this ladder, grab that briefcase, and become Mr. Money in the Bank for the second time. And once that happens, the 3 most dangerous letters for the WWE Champion will be RKO.
Okay, then.
Promo to Orton. Orton. Next up, Andrade came out with Zelina Vega. And Zelina did a promo saying that everyone is so sensitive when it comes to spoilers. Game of Thrones, Avengers Endgame. But they don't care about spoilers. I'll ruin Money in the Bank for you right now. And Andrade took over and said, in 5 days, I will climb the ladder, take the contract, and become Mr. Money in the Bank. But he actually said it. He said Mr. Money in the Bank in Spanish.
Where's Risa when you need her?
Yeah. It was El Hombre de Dinero en la, whatever the word for bank is. Anyway, promo to Andrade and Zelina.
Am I the only one who thinks they need to break up Andrade and Zelina and put them with their respective people? Since they're on the same show now.
I don't know. The thing is, Charlotte doesn't have time to be a valet and still work her women's career. Doesn't need to do it, and Aleister Black doesn't need a manager. Dude cuts amazing promos on his own.
Yeah.
Ali came up next, and they showed replays of Orton hitting him and Andrade with RKO's last week. Finn Balor then came out, and being that he's from Ireland, got a nice pop from the UK crowd. We then had this fatal four-way match. Orton started off strong in control with a stomp on Ali. Balor went to the apron, so Ali decked him with a forearm, and then Orton hit Ali with a power slam when he turned around. Ali teased a dive off the ropes after getting up, but Orton made it look like he was going to RKO him, and Ali hit a crossbody block instead. Andrade got back in the ring, and Ali sent him into the ropes, and then Andrade came back with a clothesline and dumped Ali out of the ring. Balor then hit a boot to the face of Andrade, and then hit forearms on all three guys, and then a double foot stomp on Andrade. He hit an elbow drop across the throat of Orton, and then a kick to the head of Andrade. But when he went up top, Andrade tripped him, and then brought a ladder in the ring, because there's no DQ in a fatal four-way match. Andrade hit Balor and Orton with the ladder, and Ali then super kicked Andrade and sent him out of the ring. Ali went for a dive over the top, but Andrade had another ladder, so Ali ended up suicide diving himself into a ladder.
Ouch.
Yeah. This led to a commercial break. When we came back from the commercial break, Andrade bumped into a ladder against the ropes. Ali then hit Balor with an X Factor, went up top, missed, and Orton RKO'd Ali. Andrade then hit a missile dropkick on Orton, followed by a spinning back elbow on Balor. Balor then hit a clothesline and sent Andrade out of the ring. Balor somersault dove over the top and took out Orton and Ali. Andrade then threw Balor into the steel stairs, then threw Balor in the ring and hit him with a hammerlock DDT and got the win.
Wait, Andrade won?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so he's not winning Money in the Bank.
No. Post-match, Andrade set the ladder up in the ring, climbed it, and went for the briefcase. But this was badass as hell. Andrade climbed up to the top, went for the briefcase, was climbing up to unhook it. Ricochet ran out as a wild card, ran up to the ring, springboarded from the apron off the top rope onto the ladder, and then threw punches on Andrade, hit Andrade, and then tossed Andrade off the ladder, and then grabbed the briefcase himself. So that was cool. So let's see here. What do we got, Tiff?
Zelina Vega is 5 for accompaniment.
Yep. It's her at 70. Okay.
And then we have Randy for 5 for the match, 3 for specialty, and 3 move points gives him 11 points.
11 points to Orton. All right.
Nope. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
He did 3 moves?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 moves.
Okay.
I wrote it down as 2, so I had
Gotcha.
to reread it.
That's fine.
Okay, and then we have Ali. He has 5 for the match, 3 for specialty, and 4 moves. For 12.
Puts him at 112. What else?
We have Finn Balor. He has 5 for the match, 3 for specialty, and 7 moves. Gives him 15 points.
All right, those 96. And 5 is 201.
Then we have Andrade.
Andrade.
5 for the match, 3 for specialty, 10 for specialty win, 20 for the win, And let's see, if I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Is 1, 2, 3, I believe, weapon uses with a ladder on all 3 contestants that were in the match with him. So would that count?
You only get points for one use of the ladder, regardless of how many times he used it. If that's all ladder uses.
Yes, but he used it on 3 different people. Does that count?
Oh no, we've never counted that. It's just we've counted it based on what weapons they use, not how many times they use it or who
Okay.
they use it on.
Alright, so that's that then.
So how many points to Andrade?
And then he has 4 move points, so he has 45 points altogether.
All right. So that's 5 becomes 98, becomes 108, 18, 28, 138. All right. Rolling on for the match.
Mhm.
We'll give Ricochet technically did attack Andrade and throw him off a ladder, so Ricochet will get an assault.
Now, because he did, no, I guess that wouldn't be an OMG spot, would it? Because of the
No,
way.
not really. And now, if he had jumped up on the ladder and then did like a freaking 630 off it, that would be an OMG.
Okay.
No, Ricochet's not going to kill himself before Money in the Bank. If anything, he'll do that at Money in the Bank.
Right.
And then kill himself.
Anyway, Carmella did a cell phone promo to inform us that she will win at Money in the Bank because Mella is money.
No, you're not. You were the first ever women's Money in the Bank, and no one wants to remember that. Get stuffed.
No fairness, she won the match twice.
We don't count the first one.
She did.
Even more reason why she's never winning it again.
All right, so we then cut to Kofi and Xavier in the locker room, where Xavier offers to go. It tells Kofi he'll go out there with him, and Kofi tells Xavier to stay in the back so Kofi can handle his business on the KO show. So promo to Kofi and Xavier. Charlotte Flair then came out, got in the ring. We saw the clip of her and Lacey slamming Becky through a table last night. And Charlotte said that this Sunday at Money in the Bank will be a culmination of my rivalry with Becky Lynch. A rivalry that will end with me as the SmackDown Women's Champion. We then saw a video package of the friendship between Becky and Charlotte that started back in NXT in 2014, 5 long years ago. And the friendship ended at SummerSlam 2018. And Lynch claimed that Flair wanted the best for her, but Flair didn't want Lynch to do better than her. Said that, and then they kind of went back and forth. Flair saying Charlotte said that she was there to win championships. And at SummerSlam last year, it showed Becky was jealous and said that that was when she knew she was capable of. Becky said that was when she knew what she was capable of, and Charlotte said, "There's no man without the Queen." They showed the WrestleMania moment when Becky got the pin on Ronda, and Charlotte said that the man is just a phase, and at Money in the Bank she can lose it all, and said that she'll beat the man to become a 9-time women's champion. Where Becky, Becky Lynch said that she's going to walk out Money in the Bank as Becky Two Belts.
Okay. Oh, Becky was there?
I think they were talking as part of the video package.
Fair enough.
But either way, it's new footage, so it's a promo. So So promo to Charlotte. Comes 94. And promo to Becky 2 belts. 169. No, 168. Yeah. We then come backstage where Lacey Evans is in a locker room, and she reminded us that Becky Lynch has 2 title matches at Money in the Bank, and Becky is going to lose. And when I teach Becky about a women's right, she'll be Becky Black Eye, and I will be the Raw Women's Champion. So, promo to Lacey Evans. All right. Shane McMahon then made his entrance, and the announcers hyped it as a rare in-ring appearance by Shane on SmackDown. Greg Hamilton did the big best in the world entrance for Shane. Went to a commercial break. We came back for the commercial break to Aleister Black in a dark room.
Is he ever going to wrestle again?
At some point. And he basically talking about how, opponents that try to get in my head will not like the place that they try and venture to. Fade to black. So, promo to Aleister Black. We then come back to the ring where we saw the end of the Usos' entrance. Roman Reigns then came out. The heels were already in the ring. And we had ourselves a match. It's a handicap match, specialty, 4-on-3. So Daniel Bryan knocked and Jimmy started off the match. Bryan with a shoulder tackle while Corey Graham and Byron Saxton bickered about shit on commentary, as they were wont to do. Elias tagged in as Jay also got a tag and worked him over with chops. Jay then missed a top rope attack, and Elias came back with a running clothesline. Shane tagged in and attempted a submission on Jay with the legs. Elias then came back in and drove his knee onto Jay, while Corey Graves talked about how great the Shane team was because they were following Shane's leadership. Daniel Bryan then hit a running dropkick to Jay's leg as they continued assaulting Jay's legs up against the ropes. Jay managed to get on top, but got distracted by Elias, and Bryan shoved him off the top into a ringside barricade. So that was a drop down. That went to a commercial. We came back for the commercial to Rowan heel attacking Jay with a running splash. Elias tagged in and hit him with a body slam. Shane tagged in and hit him with some punches. Jay then hit a spinning kick to Shane's head and managed to tag in Roman, who came in and started attacking Bryan with 3 clotheslines, then worked over Bryan with the corner clotheslines, and then a boot to the face. Elias then distracted Reigns, so Bryan kicked him in the ribs. Elias then tagged in and hit some punches and a jumping knee to the face. Rowan then came in and hit a body slam and then did his head squeeze submission maneuver. Reigns got out of that and hit a boot to the chest, but Rowan then took him down with a back elbow to prevent a comeback. Went to another commercial, which we came out of as Roman dropped Elias with a Samoan drop. Jimmy got a tag against Bryan. Bryan evaded a super kick. Jimmy then hit a super kick on Shane, Elias, and then Rowan. Jay tagged in, double super kick by the Usos on Rowan, and a double super kick on Bryan as well. Shane broke up the pin attempt, and Jay then dumped Shane out of the ring. Elias came in and hit Jimmy with a drift away. Then a super kick by Jay on Elias, and then Bryan with the running knee on Jay gets a 2. Reigns broke up that attempt. Rowan then hit a big clothesline on Reigns and knocked him out of the ring. When Rowan got out of the ring, Reigns hit him with a Superman punch. Elias then shoved Roman Reigns into the steel stairs. Shane went up top, meanwhile, and hit the fallen Jay with a coast-to-coast, and then got the pinfall win off of that. And Tom Phillips had to note to us that Shane tagged himself in because there was no visible tag on camera.
Okay. So was that a cover-up, or was it just an off-camera tag?
I don't know. So Shane with a pinfall win. Immediately post-match, once it's over and the rule no longer applies, Miz runs down with a steel chair, hits Elias with a chair, hits Rowan with a chair, and Shane ran like a scalded dog. The Usos then hit Bryan with a double super kick, and Reigns then speared the living shit out of Rowan. So Tiff, what do we got?
Okay, so I have scored the match and I've scored the post-match points separate.
Okay.
So correct me if I'm wrong. When I go through this, I have starting at Roman 5 for the match, 3 for specialty. He had 3 clotheslines, 1 quarter clothesline, 2 boots, 1 Samoan drop, and 1 Superman punch. Gives him 16 points and 8 overall moves. Now tell me if I'm wrong.
Sounds right to me.
Reigns has clothesline as a signature move. I mean, I don't know. I don't regularly look at their move stats, but what do you think, Jim?
I don't know. I don't know if it was in front of me.
I mean, I guess.
Hang on. Let me see here. Hang on. Go over here. I'll check this real quick and then we will know. Let's see what. I think it's leaping clothesline specifically.
Oh, okay. I guess he has the jumping one. Fair enough.
Yeah. So
That is fair.
as well as the 3-corner clotheslines.
Yes, I know he has the corner one.
Yeah.
So he
Fair.
only
Okay.
needed 1 quarter clothesline.
Yeah. So what was the total there for Roman?
16.
All right. Did I already give it to him?
No.
Lost. No, I didn't. All right. So that's going to be 176 for Roman then. Wait, hang on. Run through that again, Tiff, real quick.
He had 16 overall points.
Right. Don't worry about the moves. Run through the other stuff.
5 for the match, 3 for specialty.
Okay, I'll make sure you counted the specialty. That was my concern.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So who's next?
So Jimmy.
What's he got?
We have 5 for the match, 3 for specialty. I'm gonna go with 3 for super kick, 3 super kicks because he did 1 on Shane, Elias, and Rowan. He did 2 of the double super kicks with Jay, 1 on Rowan and 1 on Bryan. That gives him 13 overall points.
All right.
So
128.
Jimmy's just a kicking machine.
Yep. And Jay.
We have 5 for the match, 3 for the specialty, 1 for a spinning kick, 2, like I said, 2 double super kicks, then 1 super kick, and gives him 12 move points.
How many was it?
12.
12. You got it. So that becomes 14. Becomes 116.
Jay's also a kicking machine.
Yep.
Jimmy's 128. Alrighty. We are going next with Rowan. 5 for the match, 3 for the specialty. He has 15 for the win. He has 1 running splash, 1 body slam, 1 head squeeze, 1 back elbow, and 1 clothesline. Yes, I'm going with those clotheslines, apparently. Equals 28 points.
All right. So let's see. That's 83, 93, and then 8 is 101. Cool.
We are going with Daniel, 5 for the match, 3 for a specialty, 15 for the win, 1 shoulder tackle, 1 running drop kick, 1 kick, 3 for an evasion of a super kick, 1 running knee, and 30 points overall.
30 even?
Woohoo.
31 to Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
Will be 108, 118, 128.
Let's go, Daniel.
Clap, 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 clap.
Wait a second, 128?
128. Because he had 98.
Okay, because I had 97 here for some reason.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Elias, 5 for the match, 3 for specialty, 15 for the win, 1 running clothesline, 1 body slam, 1 jumping knee, 1 drift away, 27 points.
All right. That becomes 88, 98, 108 for Elias.
Here comes the money.
Yes,
We
and
have,
your winner.
5 for the match, 3 for specialty, 20 for the win, 10 for specialty win, 1 punch, 1 coast to coast, and it's 40 points even.
All right. Put Shane at 141. Cool.
Alrighty.
And post-match.
And post-match. Miz has 3 for weapon noose.
Yep.
We have
2.
Jimmy for a super kick, Jay for a super kick, and Roman for a spear.
All right, so we'll hit Roman stuff down here, right? Yeah, it was 177. And then the Usos each go up by 1. 1, and 129. Okay.
Keep talking, Jim.
I am. Next up, we saw the Firefly Funhouse video again. Yowie
Want to
wowie.
see my secret?
Yep. We then had a commercial break, and we came back for the commercial break to Ember Moon with a cell phone promo talking about how she's going to win at Money in the Bank. Bailey then had a cell phone promo saying that she's not just a hugger or a wink link. She will be the winner. So promos to Ember and Bailey.
Yep.
Ember. The announcers ran down some of the Money in the Bank matches. And also added that Bryan and Rowan will defend their titles against the Usos on the kickoff show.
So, free points to me.
Basically.
Well, Daniel Bryan relegated to the kickoff show. That's kind of sad. The tag titles really have no prestige whatsoever in WWE. That's also very sad.
Yeah.
Fuck you, old man. I'm with Triple H. Fucking quit.
Fair enough. So the Iconics came out, and they were on commentary for this match. Since they are the tag champs. And
Most annoying commentary ever.
Pretty much. And then Paige came out with the newly dubbed Kabuki Warriors.
Because that's not racist.
And Paige announced that they shall be the Kabuki. And Paige got a massive pop from the London crowd, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And they are the Kabuki Warriors. They are the future of the women's tag team division. Mandy and Sonya then made their entrance. And Mandy mocked Paige for naming a tag team. You know, saying, so what, you named a tag team? Yeah, it's not like you named the Royal Baby. I mean, what was the name? Archie, something like that. Which is hilarious because you're in England and that's the last place that anybody gives a shit about the royal family. They ask Simon. They do not care.
No.
Fascination with them is an us thing, not a them thing.
Well, you'll have to forgive them. They're from Australia.
No, that's not the Iconics. That was Mandy and Sonya.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Iconics.
No, they're on
Saying that from-
commentary.
I know. I thought they were saying it from the table.
No, this is Mandy and Sonya coming out with a pre-match promo.
Fair enough.
And Mandy said that this Sunday they will be calling her Miss Money in the Bank. And after that, they will be going
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting claim from Mandy. I wouldn't have expected that.
Hmm.
Mandy said they will be calling her Miss Money in the Bank, and after that, they will be going after the Women's Tag Team Championship. So I don't know if she means that she was going to cash in for the tag titles, or if that's just an additional plan in addition to being Miss Money in the Bank and winning a solo women's title.
Let's be addition. I don't think you can cash in for the tag titles because your tag team partner doesn't have a Money in the Bank briefcase.
True, but I believe the Money in the Bank contract stipulates any title. I don't think it says any singles title.
Yeah, we'll see.
Where's my WWE rule book?
Ta-da!
I mean, the rule book, that doesn't matter because half of that shit is no longer applies.
No, here it is. Let's see. Oh, that was loud. Let's see here. Where's the section I need?
Also, I don't know if they're going to go for the tag team titles, not after the end of this match.
Yeah.
Because they might not be a team much longer.
Let's see, where's Money in the Bank? It's here somewhere. By the way, it's hilarious that this rulebook permanently has Enzo Amore in it, by the way. Where's that damn thing with the Money in the Bank? No, it's announce the show. Where is this damn thing? It's here somewhere. No. Inferno match, lessons match stipulations. Oh, here we go. Why Money in the Bank, maybe. Let's see. Containing guaranteed. According to the piece of loose leaf paper in the notebook that is purportedly from the Y2 Journal,
Mm-hmm.
A briefcase containing a guaranteed WWE World Heavyweight Championship match.
Yeah, which has now been modified for women as well, because this was before women were a thing in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fair. Although, hasn't it been amended to like any single title? Because hasn't it been amended so you could theoretically cash it in on like the IC champion or something?
I think so, yeah. I think you're allowed to do that.
But I don't think you can cash it in tag because, again, your tag team partner doesn't have one of them fancy briefcases.
Fair enough. I guess
That'd be kind of unfair. It's like,
Ah.
I have it, but technically it's both of ours. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way. You have the briefcase, she does not.
Yeah, but to be fair, that doesn't stop people from naming themselves dual holders of a singles title. Cough.
Yeah.
Flawless cough.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mandy added that after they'll be going after the women's tag team titles, so the future of the division are Fire and Desire.
Okay, is that their tag team name?
That is their tag team name.
They've
Okay,
been
then.
calling them that for a while now.
Yeah, they've been using that for a while.
I didn't know that. Fair enough.
So anyway, after Tiff, do you want me to score all the promos first?
Not really, considering I have it counted in as the points overall.
Fair enough, then go for it. We have the Kabuki Warriors taking with Paige in their corner, taking on Fire and Desire in this match.
Don't you have to recap it first?
Peyton. Thought he already did.
Nope. He never recapped the actual match.
Oscar with a running hip attack
That's
on Sonya
because we were
Deville.
looking at the thing.
Yeah, Kairi Sane tagged in. Oscar with a bulldog. Kairi Sane with a drop kick. And then a running forearm on Mandy Rose on the floor. Oscar with another running hip attack on Sonya Deville, knocking her off the apron to the floor. Went to a commercial, came back with Kairi Sane hitting a leg whip on Mandy Rose, but Deville saved her from a corner attack. Mandy Rose then hit a running knee on Kairi for a 2 count. Deville tagged in and hit another running knee on Kairi for a 2 count. Mandy Rose then stretched Kyrie across her knee in a backbreaker position. Kyrie broke free from Mandy, leading to Asuka tagging in with a drop kick and a knee to the face, then a release German on Mandy and a kick to the face, and then the Asuka lock, but Sonya broke up the submission hold. Sonya then tagged in with some kicks to the ribs of Asuka, only for Asuka to come back with kicks of her own. She hit a spinebuster on Asuka. Mandy tagged in and went for a cover, but Asuka hooked the arms and pulled Rose over for a pinfall win in the crucifix position. So big win to Asuka off the crucifix pin. So Tiff, what do we got?
Billy Kay, 5 for commentary. Peyton Royce, 5 for commentary.
Got it, 96. And Peyton Royce goes to 109. Okay.
All right, then we have Mandy Rose, 5 for the match, 5 for promo, 1 for running knee, and I don't know if this would count or anything, but I'm gonna throw it out there. I know there was gonna be an Asuka lock on Mandy, but Sonya broke it up. But would it be counted as an evasion of some
No,
sort?
because somebody else broke it up. That doesn't count.
Okay, well then 11 points to Mandy Rose.
All right, sounds good. Becomes 64.
Then we have Sonya Deville. She has 5 for the match, and we have 1 for running knee, 1 for a kick, 1 for a spine buster. It gives her 8 points.
8 points to Sonya Deville. Which means
Wait a
4 plus
second.
54.
Wait a second.
Waiting a
Now,
second.
here, I have a question before we continue. Because this is a match, right? This is a main event match, correct? Because
No.
No. Okay, that's it then. Because I know the thing at the end is
Hang
the
on.
Kevin
Oh
Owens
no,
show.
you're right. You're right. It is. I thought there was another match, but that's just the Kevin Owens show. So you're right. This is the main event.
Okay, so then we're going back to Mandy and Sonya and giving them 4 extra points.
Sounds good. 58 to Sonya and Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose.
We'll go up to 68.
Sonya Deville. Alrighty. So, come on. Sorry, keys don't want to work. We have Kyrie. She has 5 for the match, 4 for the main event, 15 for the win, 1 for a drop kick, 1 for a running forearm, 1 for a leg whip, 3 for an escape that wasn't listed as to what she escaped from. Is 30 points overall.
Okay. So that's 107, 117, 127. And that was including the 4 for main event, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And Asuka.
So like I said, she had 5 for the match, 4 for the main event, 15 for the win, 1 for a drop kick, 1 for running forearm, 1 for a leg whip, and 3 for an escape, which gave her 30 points.
All right.
Asuka, we have 5 for the match, 4 for the main event, 20 for the win, 5 for the main event win, 1 for a running hip attack, 1 for a bulldog, 1 for another hip attack, 1 for drop kick, 1 for a knee, 1 for a German suplex, and 2 kicks. It's 43 points overall.
How many?
43.
43. All right. So that's going to be 109, 10, 11, 112.
112. And then we have Paige.
Yep.
She has 5 for an accompany and 5 for promo. It gives her 10 points.
10 points. Paige here.
10 points.
All right. What's page at 40?
I just like to point out two things. One, when Mandy Rose tagged in, she was like, I got this. And Sonya tagged her in, and so Mandy got in. Sonya proceeded to just turn around to get out of the ring. Before she came out of the ring, Asuka just grabbed Mandy from 1, 2, 3, and Sonya turned around and was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
So I
Nice.
think, so I don't know if Iron Hair is going to stay together because I think Sonya might be kind of pissed at Mandy Rose for being like, tag me and I got this, and then promptly getting rolled up.
Yeah.
I know, and it almost looked like Mandy Rose was almost gonna get like a little bit pissed off at Sonya, but I mean, in that situation, I would have thought Sonya would be way more pissed off than she would have been.
I think she was more surprised than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Which reminds me, did we give Mandy and Sonya promo points for the pre-match?
I thought it did. She had 14 points overall, and then she had 4 more points. Yeah, I did because I have it written here.
So we gave her points for the pre-match promo?
Yeah, we did because she had 5 for the match, 5 for the promo, and
Okay.
one for a move point. Because I went over and asked about the 3 points for the evasion, but since somebody else, Sonya broke it up, it didn't count.
Right. Okay. As long as we
So-
counted the
okay.
as long as we counted the promos, that's what I wanted to make sure of.
So there was an interview backstage, and I'm assuming it was a WWE YouTube exclusive.
Mhm.
It was not on SmackDown because it was with Paige and the Kabuki Warriors. It was an interview, and where the interview mentioned Kabuki Warriors, and Paige goes, "Yeah, well, they wanted to be Kabuki girls, but WWE thought Warriors sounded better." And I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, of course they did.
Mm-hmm.
Because WWE.
Yep.
Then, of course, the stock standard interview of, yeah, and they're going to go on to win the tag titles because them.
Yep. Speaking of backstage interviews, Kayla Braxton was backstage and looking very nervous because she had to interview Lars Sullivan.
Oh boy, I don't envy that girl.
She asked a video package aired about Lars Sullivan. It did not include him being fined $100,000 and sent to sensitivity training for being a racist and otherwise not good person.
Mm-hmm.
Sullivan stood beside Kayla Braxton, making her look
That's
very
funny because
small.
he's on my team. That's funny because he's on my team.
Yeah. Braxton looking small. She asked if he would comment on the destruction, but he just kind of looked at her and she got scared and ran away before he could say anything. So Sullivan just kind of stared at the camera.
So 3 points?
3.
Yeah.
Funny because he's supposed to be this apparent racist, and here I am a POC,
Yeah.
and he's on my team.
So Kevin Owens is in the back and says that we are moments away from the Kevin Owens show with his guest Kofi Kingston. And Owens said that he's not facing New Day at Money in the Bank. He's facing Kofi Kingston. And Owens wondered if Kofi can stand on his own. I know the answer to that. And on Sunday, the WWE Universe will know the answer too when I break Kofi's back, his leg, or one of his shoulders. So, promo to KO. All right. Kofi then made his entrance, came down the ring. He had a tray of pancakes that he was throwing into the audience. We went to a commercial, and we came back for the commercial, and 2 leather chairs and a black carpet had been set up in the ring for the program. Kofi sat in one of them. The hell?
I mean, I'm assuming she got attacked by a cat.
No, that was not me. It sounded like a hiccup from somewhere else. Somebody's squealing a wheel or something.
Hmm?
Like somebody's ran a finger through, like across a screen or something. Like something squeaked. It wasn't me.
Didn't hear anything. Did you hear anything, Jim?
I didn't hear anything at all.
Maybe it was some sort of feedback in your headset or something, Tiff.
I don't know. It could have been. Because I didn't think it was just me hearing it. I thought everybody heard it.
Nope.
Okay.
Anyway, there were two leather chairs and a black carpet in the ring, and Kofi was sitting in one of them. And then Kevin Owens came out for the Kevin Owens show. Kofi said that he was invited to the Kevin Owens show, and here he is. And Kofi said that on Sunday at Money in the Bank, Owens will get his shot at the WWE title. Kofi then introduced the host of the KO show, Kevin Owens. There was no Kevin Owens, and so some of the fans started chanting Kofi Show, and Kofi said that he liked that name. Kevin Owens then appeared on the Titantron screen, and from where he was in the backstage area, and said that for the first time in 11 years, Kofi finds himself on his own. And so he talks about Kofi getting to share his WrestleMania moment with his brothers from the New Day and his family, but reality begins now, because Kofi is only WWE champion because of the New Day. But Kofi, you are the most. You have to remember, I am the most dangerous man in WWE, and here's the reason. And we see a video package of some memorable Owens moments, like when he attacked John Cena in May of 2015, and then won championship after championship, and destroying people with power bombs, including Xavier Woods. Kevin Owens said that all that's left now is that to take what is his, and that is the WWE Championship. Kofi told Owens that didn't prove anything, and he's tired of hearing him talk. Kofi cleared the ring of the leather chairs, and Owens left the backstage area and made his entrance into the arena. Kevin Owens went down the aisle, then paused, and then got a little closer to the ring. Kofi had enough of this, so he came out and got in a brawl with Kevin Owens on the ramp when Sami Zayn came out of nowhere for a cheap attack. He attacked Kofi Kingston, and they double-teamed Kofi Kingston until the New Day music hit and Xavier came running out for the save. He punched Sami Zayn, but Owens grabbed Xavier Woods and threw him flying into the steel ring post at ringside. He then whipped Kofi into the stairs. Owens and Zayn then took Kofi in the ring as the fans chanted New Day rocks, and Sami Zayn mocked them by doing for the chant by doing a funny dance. Kevin Owens then trash-talked Kofi Kingston, saying he's going to leave just enough of Kofi to make it to Sunday, where I will take your WWE Championship. He then went for the cannonball attack, but Kofi moved and Owens crashed in the corner. Sami Zayn then worked over Kofi with punches, but he avoided a haluva kick, which led to Sami straddling the top rope on the table side, and then he ate a Trouble in Paradise. Kofi then stood tall in the ring while the heels escape up the aisle. Woods got in the ring and Kofi hugged him at ringside while then having a final stare down with the heels. Thus endeth SmackDown.
Xavier Woods for an assault.
Yep.
Sami Zayn for an assault.
Yep. 39.
Kevin Owens for an assault.
And a promo.
No, it's a continuation promo. You already gave him promo points. He doesn't get it again.
No, I gave him promo for his backstage promo earlier. This is his promo on the screen and out to the ring.
Which was an immediate continuation because he literally went from his backstage promo to this, and his backstage promo was, "Hey, the KO show's coming next."
Yes, but there was a
continuation promo.
Yeah, but there was a commercial break in between, and then Kofi came out alone, and Kofi did his thing before Owens came up on the screen.
I don't know. I would count it as a continuation promo because it's all part of one segment, in my opinion.
I don't know. Up to you, Tiff.
Well, I didn't know how to what's the word I'm looking for, to score it, but I did score it as 2 points, 2 promos. It's kind of moot because I have Kevin Owens, so if you were going to ask me, I'm probably going to say yes, just like anybody else would.
Yeah.
Well, what say you, Jim?
I already stated my opinion.
Okay, let's just do it this time, and then next time we can not do
Yep.
it again.
Let's do it this time, and then we need to properly define what constitutes continuing promo, because, like I said, in the past when we've had continuing promos, we haven't scored it that way. But I don't recall there ever being a commercial rule. I always thought it was just, regardless of the commercial, it's a continuing promo.
Well, it's not just the commercial. If it had been like if Kevin Owens in the ring and it was continuing the same thing, that would be one thing. Or if he went right out to the ring after the commercial and continued, that would be another thing. But there was a distinct break period because there was both the commercial and the fact that Kofi was out there alone and cut his own promo before Owens showed up on the screen and came back out.
Right, but it's still part of the same segment. It's the KO show segment, regardless if there was actually a KO show or not, because they carted out the set, and Kofi even mentions this is the KO show, now let's bring out KO. It's part of the same segment. At least that's how I view it.
Well, if you're doing it that way, then you're still wrong because when Kofi came out, the set wasn't there. They set up the set during the commercial break. So anything Kevin Owens did on the beforehand and before Kofi came out was not part of the KO show. It was part of a promo leading up to the KO show.
Like I said, let's discuss this off the air.
All right, so what points are we giving KO?
10 points. Wait, 14. If you want to count the assault.
Wait, how is that? Wouldn't it just be promo and assault? It'd be 9.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Because we already gave them the
Yeah, we gave him the
other promo.
right?
Yeah.
So 135 for now. And Kofi.
If this is correct, it's 5 for a promo, 4 for an assault, 3 for an evasion of a cannonball, 3 for an evasion of a hula hoop kick, and 1 for trouble in paradise is 16 points.
Sounds right to me. So that's 406. Kofi rocks. Kofi rocks. All right, let's check the scores. Since that was the end of SmackDown. All right, refresh, save. Let's see where we're at. All right, I am at 23-12. Jeff is in second at 22-58. 88, 98, 08. So, yeah, but only about 50, I don't know, now 54 points gap, so still very close. Tim is at 17-28. Risa at 13-14.
So gaps are being closed all around the board.
Whatever. Wrong in my scores again.
All right.
You messed up somewhere?
Yeah, as per usual, so what's the difference? It's pissing me off. I can't seem to get them straight.
All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'll make this easier so you don't have to worry about that anymore, Tiff. I will, I'll put up the, sometime during this week, since we actually shot this video on time for once this week, during the course of the next week, I will make the time and I will transfer the scoring document from an Excel document into a Google Sheets so that it's online and everybody can kind of live watch it and you'll all see my updates as I'm going through. And that way you can always reference that. You don't have to keep your own sheet.
Yeah, I'll fix it later. It's fine. It's only.
Well, but it does save time of having 2 sheets because I can give you editing control over the document as well. That way, if I'm not around a week, you can still edit it and do the show, and that way we have one document. We don't have to keep maintaining 2 different documents for no reason.
And actually, if you put it on,
when would I edit it? You're always here.
There's been occasions where I've not been here.
I was gonna say,
one year I went to Connecticut and I wasn't here, and you guys did the show without me.
I was gonna say, if you put it Google Sheets, literally anyone can host the show at that point.
Pretty much, yeah. As long as they don't mind reading recaps and shit.
Well, we had to do it when you were at Connecticut, so
that's true. So yeah, well, that way that'll set it up so it's while I'll still be the main host, there will no longer be necessarily a need as long as scores are traded. Anybody can technically miss the show without it being a big deal.
Yeah.
All right. Jeff, I need a break from talking. Go.
Yeah. So this is gonna be quick. There's not much happened, but so 205 Live, we kick off with DM the GM, basically recapping shit and recapping what's going to happen this week because they're in London. So, yeah, 205 Live versus NXT UK, which means half the shit didn't get scored because it's NXT UK.
Yes.
So it was easy for me this week, which is why I was like, start without me. I'll be there in 5 minutes. And so after DM the GM goes away and never comes back, we get our kickoff match. It's a fatal 4-way. It's Humberto Carrillo versus Gentleman James Phoenix. I mean Jack Gallagher versus NXT UK. And it's
here's a fun fact. I saw an article. I didn't read the article, but I saw the headline earlier that Jack Gallagher was being scouted by Bellator.
What? Why?
I don't know. That's what the headline said.
What the fuck?
Oh shit.
Okay, then.
Also, I just see this just popped up earlier today. I didn't know this. Random note. Bray Wyatt and Jojo Offerman have a child now.
Well, congratulations to them.
So, yes, they now have a baby boy. Whom, their first child, whom they would call Nash, but with a K.
Fair.
Nash 6 Rotunda.
Okay, then.
It's kind of a cool name.
So, yeah, it's versus Mark Andrews and one half of the NXT UK Tag Team Champions, James Drake.
Okay.
So, James Drake would come to the ring last, and being the only heel in the match makes the very, very stupid mistake of pissing off all the faces who are standing in the ring.
Ooh.
At which point, Jack Gallagher looks over at Carrillo. They're both behind Mark Andrews, who's up front. He just looks over at Carrillo, points to the side, like, you go right, I'll go left. And they proceed to ditch the ring and stalk James over there, who makes the even stupider mistake of sliding into the ring to get his ass kicked by Mark Andrews.
Oops.
Yeah.
By the way, a quick note here. Gallagher is trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and has notched 2 victories via submission in amateur MMA contests.
Fair. So, brawl breaks out. James, being the bigger man and clearly not a cruiserweight, weighing in at 181 pounds, proceeds to clean house and beat the shit out of everyone.
How is he a bigger man and not a cruiserweight?
What's that?
How is he not a cruiserweight?
Have you seen the guy?
No, but if he's 181 pounds, he's 25 pounds under the weight limit.
Oh, I don't know. He looks fucking huge. He looks like fucking Drew McIntyre.
The weight limit is 205. That's why the show is called 205 Live, you dumb bastard.
He's still really fucking huge and should not have... Yeah, he did not wrestle like a cruiserweight, and he did not wrestle like his actual weight class, so yeah.
Okay.
But clearly the bigger, stronger man decides to just clean house and wreck everyone's face and keep Jack out of the match, basically. Jack kept trying to get back in the ring and would just get beat the shit up on the apron and knocked off.
Mm-hmm.
So the other three decide to showcase and just start going off on each other, and they end up outside the ring on the ramp side and beating each other up. At this point, gentleman, Jack Gallagher has had enough, stands up from the side of the ring where he was basically kept at bay from, and raises his hand to show William he's back. He then proceeds to open William, climb the turnbuckle, and do the gentleman's leg drop on all 3 of the gentlemen. And yes, I gave Jack 5 points for an OMG for the return of William. So Jack is officially face again because William is back.
Sounds good. All right, so run the points.
Somebody want to tell
the
us
match
who
isn't over
William
yet.
is, considering
Oh, okay.
who we don't know who William
William is his umbrella.
That's what I figured.
Well, technically, isn't this now William the Fourth?
I guess. But they just said William, so I guess
Okay.
they're not counting the other three.
I don't know.
So the match continues. Jack is now back in the match and actually doing moves. And they have great back and forth. There's a "This is awesome" chant. And they manage to get James out of the ring. Mark Andrews turns around right into a that headbutt, which stuns Jack Gallagher, and Humberto Carrillo grabs him and fucking rolls him up. Also, at one point in the match, Humberto Carrillo, I didn't know he had this in his moveset, pulled out a Twisted Bliss.
Fair enough. That's
and
interesting.
Being an actual luchador made it look better.
Cool.
So, yeah. So your winner, and I did not see this coming. I did not think he was going to win because it's one Mexican versus three Brits in London. I thought for sure he wasn't going to win, but your winner, Humberto Carrillo, in London.
Okay, then.
Yeah. And then after the match, Humberto helps Jack to his feet. They shake hands. Jack walks off and shakes his head as he's backing up the ramp like, yeah, all right, he's the real deal. So Jack, I guess, a face. So, gentleman Jack Gallagher.
All right.
So we have 5 for being in the match, 3 for being in the specialty, 5 for the OMG, if you want to count it, for the return of William. 4 moves with the OMG, total of 19 points.
19.
To Gentleman Jack.
Sounds good.
How's
So
this a specialty match again?
Fatal 4-way.
Oh, okay.
So it comes 38, and then 9 is 47. Cool.
Right. So we have Humberto Carrillo, your winner.
All right. What about the other guys?
They're NXT UK. They're not on the roster.
Oh, right. Okay. Humberto Carrillo.
8 for being in the match, 30 for winning the match, 7 for moves, total of 45 points to Humberto Carrillo.
Damn. All right. So it's 81, 91, 01, 11, 21, 121.
All right.
Sounds cool. Continue.
And then the most what the fuck promo ever, we cut to a tanning bed.
Okay.
Where Arya Daivari is cutting a tanning bed promo.
Okay, then.
Yeah, it's literally his face with the tanning bed, like, glass goggle things on.
Uh-huh.
In a tanning bed, and he's literally cutting, like, a cell phone promo while being tanned in a tanning bed.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Basically saying, yeah, Tony, while you're over there killing yourself in London, I'm not. I'm getting a tan. I have a massage, set up too. So you're going to walk into Money in the Bank half dead. I'm going to walk in feeling refreshed. You're fucked. That's paraphrasing, but that's basically his promo.
Fair enough. Promo to Daivari.
Promo to Daivari.
Was about 151.
Then we cut backstage to Tony Nese saying, yeah, no, not going to happen. 5 points to Tony Nese.
Fair enough.
Then we cut to another room backstage to the Lucha House Party, now with 100% more Kalisto, back from doing his tour of babies.
Okay.
Basically saying, yeah, Singh Brothers, we hear you. We accept. See you next week.
Okay.
So, Lucha House Party versus Singh Brothers, the rematch next week, except Singh Brothers are 100% more fucked because this time the Lucha House Party has Kalisto.
Okay.
So, 5 points to the Lucha House Party.
They all spoke?
They all spoke.
All right. Kalisto, 44, and Lindsay is at 76, and Grand Metalik is at 73. All righty.
And then we go to our main event, Tony Nese versus Ligero.
Ligero.
the pastiest luchador I've ever seen.
Okay, then.
Because he's British.
Pastier than El Generico?
Pretty close.
Okay.
As Simon will tell you and has told me more than one occasion, there are no humans on this planet pastier than Brits.
I think the Irish would like a word, namely Seamus.
Okay, well, that's true. Irish, too. But then again, Simon is like half Irish, which is why he's so goddamn pasty.
Fair enough.
So, yes, so I scored Ligero because WWE.com and one of the commentators, I can't remember who, actually mentioned this being his 205 Live debut.
Okay.
Even though he's been on, obviously NXT UK for the past year.
Uh-huh.
Also, I forgot to mention this at the top of the show. For whatever reason, Vic wasn't there.
Okay.
So, for one night, they drafted Byron Saxton to the announce team.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I miss Vic.
Downgrade.
Yeah, pretty much I miss Vic. So, Tony Nese versus Ligero. This was an interesting match because Ligero is tall as fuck. Like, dude's like as tall as Tony Nese, maybe a little bit taller.
Okay, then.
The match was slow going at first, although interesting spot. They got into a roll up off. You know, one of those things where it's like roll up, counter roll up, counter roll up, counter roll up, counter roll up. And credit to the ref. I forgot his name. The blonde ref, the blonde guy.
You mean
The senior dude, the guy that's been there for a while.
There's a couple of them in there for a while. You mean Mike Chioda?
No, the other one.
Robinson?
Robinson, yeah. Robinson was the ref for this match.
What the hell's his first name?
I can't remember.
My mind wants to say Chad Robinson, but I don't think
that's what
right.
I was thinking too. But
okay, Chad Robinson, fair enough.
I don't know. I don't remember his first name, but yeah, credit to him for counting every single pinfall. 1, 1, 1, 1. To the point that after they finally got out of the pinfall, the pinfall attempts, like they shook each other's hands, and then Ligero pointed over to Robinson, and they turned around and they shook Robinson's hand.
No, wait, it's not Chad. Charles Robinson.
That's right.
That's
it.
it.
So they turned around and
Robinson
shook Charles Robinson's hand, and the crowd laughed. So I thought that was a cool moment. But yeah, this was a pretty good match. A lot of counters and evasions. Once the match really started getting going and Ligero started to do some semblance of lucha libre, they actually pulled off quite a few moves. But yeah, Ligero succumbed to the premier athlete because Tony Nese had him down with a one-arm pin kind of thing, and Ligero rolled through, but he still kind of kept down for the pin. But where Ligero rolled him, Tony Nese was like, no, fuck that. Picked him up off a deadlift, buckle bombed his ass, and then running Nese him into oblivion.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm done with you. So, yeah, Tony Nese, your winner. And then he helped Ligero up, and they raised each other's hands in mutual respect. And then Daivari hopped the barricade, pulled Ligero out of the ring, beat the shit out of him, and slid into the ring and proceeded to try to beat the shit out of Tony Nese, which didn't work out too well. No, actually, no, it did work out. He did, because Tony Nese was tired. He beat the shit out of Tony Nese and grabbed him, screamed a bunch of shit in his face, hammerlock lariated him into next Tuesday, and just stood up, picked up the title belt, and just stood there like, yeah, you're mine, bitch. So yeah, Ariya Daivari clearly not winning on Sunday.
No.
So Ariya Daivari, 5 points to show that he's clearly not winning on Sunday.
Is that assault in the hammerlock?
Yep.
All right.
Hammerlock lariat.
All right, 156.
All right, Ligero, add him on the bottom to see if he actually shows up on 205. What's that?
Nothing. That was going to be my question. If it was going to be because I thought he was going to be on NXT. Anyway.
He's been on NXT UK, but as Jeff said earlier, the commentators announced it as his 205 Live debut, so we're noting him just in case it turns out he's moving to 205.
And so did the website. And the results, they said it was his 205 Live debut.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, oh, well, two sources said it, and they're both WWE.
Did I spell his name right?
I don't know. Let me see.
Legero.
Ligero.
Oh, I see. So Ligero.
Yeah, well, it's pronounced Ligero, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his full name actually is El Ligero, but they're going by Ligero in WWE. But because he's known as El Ligero, like the UK crowd chanted El Ligero at him.
Okay, then.
So El Ligero, 9 points for the main event, 3 for countering a German suplex, 9 for evading a running knee and 2 springboard moonsaults, 7 moves for a total of 28 points to El Ligero.
Okay, then. How many was it?
28.
28. All right, cool.
For a guy his size, it was pretty impressive what he could do.
Nice.
And then we have your Cruiserweight champion, the premier athlete, Tony Nese.
Yes.
So 9 for being in the main event, 25 for winning the main event, 6 for countering a launching stunner and the Mexican wave, 3 for evading a running big boot, 9 for points, 4 for the assault on Aria Daivari, total of 56 points to Tony Nese.
Wait, you said 9 for points.
Well, 9 for moves, I said.
No, you said 9 for points.
Oh, 9 for moves.
Okay. So what was the total again?
56 to Tony Nese.
Okay. 56 to Tony Nese. So that would be 66 would be 107, and then 6 would be 213.
All right. And that is your 205 Live.
Okay, for the record, El Ligero translates to the light.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, then. He's me. So,
all right.
Totals.
Indeed. Let's see what the totals are for the week. Save and a data refresh. All right. I am in the lead at 23-12, currently leading by 9 points. That is close.
That is very close.
Tiff's coming in at 18-14, only less than 500 points behind the leader. And Reese is at 13-33, closing the gap on Tiff. Yeah, 23-12.
This may end up being our closest season yet.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at the leaderboards.
Indeed. Oh, check this on out. All right. Still at the top of the leaderboards to nobody's surprise, which with what is now extended to, let's see, what do we got here? That would be, let's see, that's 187 plus 6, 193-point lead.
Mm-hmm.
Is the WWE champion Kofi Kingston, who's at 406 points.
Yeah.
Kofi rocks.
Yeah, he's going to be the number one this
rocks.
season because I don't think he's losing the title this season. If he does lose it, it's not going to be until SummerSlam. He'll lose it at the very end of the season.
I would tend to agree with that. The Cruiserweight champion Tony Nese knocks himself into second place with that victory at 213. Third place is AJ Styles, the number 1 contender to the Universal title at 206. Finn Balor, the Intercontinental champion, coming in at 201. The one and only Ricochet is number 5 at 185, followed by Baron Corbin at 178. 1 point behind Corbin is the big dog Roman Reigns at 177. Becky Two Belts clocking in there at 168 at number 8. Seth friggin' Rollins, her boyfriend, coming in at 160, the Universal champion there. And running out the top 10 off that assault is Arya Davari at 156.
Fair.
Now, let's take a look at Money in the Bank.
Indeed.
So, there are currently 11 scheduled matches for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So, let's do a little predicting, shall we?
Let's.
The pre-show match. The Planeteers versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
Planeteers.
I would tend to agree with that.
Yeah.
All points to me for that match. Wow.
Yes. All right. What else? We've got a lot of good things on the show tonight. Let's see. What else we got? How about Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship?
This on the pre-show still?
No, the only pre-show match is a tag match.
Okay. Yeah, I have to say Samoa Joe's probably going to retain.
Probably.
I would tend to agree. All right.
But I think Dominic's going to get involved.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else? We've got Roman Reigns versus Elias.
I'm actually going to say Elias wins this.
He could use the victory.
He needs the victory.
Yeah. All right.
What do you think, Tiff?
Possibly Roman Reigns.
Okay, she's going Roman. I can see that too.
What do you think, Jim?
Could go either way. I agree. I think Elias could use the victory. I think it's probably end up being Elias. And if for no other reason, then it'll be Elias via interference by somebody.
Possibly, yeah.
All right. What else we got here? Let's see. We've got Tony Nese versus Arya Davari for the Cruiserweight title. I don't think Nese is losing.
I don't. Wow, they're not on the pre-show this time?
Nope. Not as listed here anyway.
Cruiserweight's always on the pre-show. That's weird.
I know.
Okay. Wow, that's sad.
Yeah, that could change, but
yeah, no, I think Tony Nese is retaining.
I agree. What do you think, Tiff?
Yeah, well, we already went through this during the scoring, so it'll probably be Tony Nese, but I don't think it matters either way, considering they're both on my roster, so all points to me.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what else we got here. We got The Miz versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage match.
Miz.
Yeah, I think Miz needs to win this.
Miz, yeah, I agree. I think Miz needs to win that, so Miz should win. What else? Other matches we got to go through here. Let's see here. Well, let's go over here. We'll start off with this one. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I think Becky's going to retain, but if she's going to lose one of them, it's going to be the SmackDown belt.
Probably.
That makes sense. I can agree with that. I think she's going to keep.
Becky retains.
I think she keeps both. I agree. So Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans. I think that's also Becky, the Raw Women's title.
Well, okay, so from what I understand, WWE wants Becky to be basically the main event at next year's WrestleMania, or at least a champ walking into WrestleMania. And if it's going to be one of them, it's going to be Raw, because they didn't put all this work into Becky and everything to not put her on the quote-unquote A brand. Also, her boyfriend's on the A brand, and as you pointed out, Jim, and why do you have your back to us?
I'm looking over there for a minute.
And as you pointed out, they seem to be putting boyfriends and girlfriends and husbands and wives together, so it makes sense to keep Becky on Raw.
I agree, but I also make the point that you talk about, Becky on the A show, but once SmackDown moves to Fox, Raw ain't going to be the A show no more.
I know, but it's the A show to Vince, so Vince would put all this into Becky and not put her on the flagship show, is my point.
Yeah, but I think SmackDown, will become the flagship show. There's no way that the Fox contract is going to let Vince get away with not pushing SmackDown as a superior show.
Well, we'll see.
Especially not on network TV. Because the thing is, Vince's ratings on USA that they get for SmackDown are one thing. Those ratings need to close to double to even justify base level acceptable ratings on network TV.
Fair. I don't know. I'd love to see Becky just stay on Raw and have a run as the Raw Women's Champ, because she's already been a 2-time SmackDown Women's Champ. She doesn't need to go back there.
That's true. I can agree with that.
And besides, SmackDown has Bayley now. Keep Becky on Raw, get some fresh feuds going.
Yeah.
And let Bayley beat the shit out of Charlotte for a while.
Yep. All right. So we got Becky's out of the way. Let's see here. We've got We got Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles for the Universal Championship.
I think Seth is going to retain because it'd be stupid to have him lose his first defense.
Yeah, I agree with that. What do you think, Tiff?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship.
Probably Kofi because we already went through this.
Yeah, that'll probably be Kofi. All right, let's dig into the Money in the Bank matches themselves here. The women's Money in the Bank ladder match currently stands at Natalya versus Dana Brooke versus Naomi versus Bayley versus Mandy Rose versus Ember Moon versus Carmella versus Nikki Cross.
There's a lot of women in there who could possibly win it. And I'm going to go with, and not just because she's on my roster, I'm going to go with Natalya.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think she deserves it. I think she deserves something, especially with she hasn't been given a whole hell of a lot, and she's been there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like she has as many years as a lot of the other ladies in that match do left. So I say give her the Money in the Bank now, so she has that under her belt. Maybe use it to give her one more championship run before she ultimately retires.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not her, then I can see either Ember Moon or Bayley winning this. But Bayley needs something too. And
those
Ember
are going to
Moon.
be, yeah, those are going to be mine too. I could see Bayley getting it, especially if they go the direction of Charlotte winning the SmackDown title. That could launch her and Bayley's feud. I can also see Ember Moon doing it because Ember Moon does need something, and I really do like Ember Moon, both her gimmick and her finishing maneuver, and I think she's great in the ring, and I think she really deserves a push.
Yeah. Tiff, what do you think?
Well, if we're gonna go with what you guys are like, the three that you guys are talking about, and if I was to choose out of those three, yeah, I would agree that Natalia needs some kind of push because
And
it's been a while.
and if you weren't to choose out of those three,
If I, in terms of like all the others,
yeah, I mean, were you yourself also thinking those three were the front runners, or did you have somebody else in mind? I don't want you to limit yourselves just to our picks just because we picked those.
Naomi could be a possibility.
I can see that too.
I mean, out of all of them, I think those four are possibly the foremost front.
Mm-hmm. Given what she's gone through to try to get herself out there, I would, as much as I don't think it's going to happen, I would love to see Dana Brooke win as a dark horse.
Yeah,
I really get a push. I think
that underdog. Yeah, that
I think that would be nice.
Yeah,
that'd be nice for her. I'd like to see that.
Honestly, though, if Natalya doesn't win it, I want to see someone who has never held a main roster title win it. That's why I'd love to see Ember Moon win it if Natalya doesn't win it.
Yeah, I could see them pushing Nikki Cross too.
Yeah, maybe.
I can see them running a storyline where Nikki Cross wins and then Alexa walks around trying to claim it's her Money in the Bank case because Nikki entered on her behalf.
Yeah, I can see that storyline coming up.
We'll see.
Interesting.
Let's go to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We have Sami Zayn, who replaced Braun Strowman, with Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin from Raw versus Ali, Finn Balor, Andrade, and Randy Orton from SmackDown.
As much as he would like to say that he would like to win it for the second time, I don't think Randy Orton's going to win it.
No, Randy Orton's not winning this match.
I'm going to say Ricochet.
I agree. I think Ricochet would be a good choice to win this. I think that would be a great push for him.
I think it would be a good push for Ali as well.
It would be. I think it's great.
Supposed to be a contender for that match or that belt, I believe, last year, and yet he couldn't because he was injured.
Yeah, and then Kofi got the push. Although I think that push worked way better for Kofi than it would have for Ali. I don't think the people would have gotten behind Ali the way they did for Kofi.
No, not at all.
Why?
Because Kofi had the history, the 11 years of history, and the repeated denials of the main event spot that really endeared the fans to him. Whereas Ali had a good career on 205 Live, but was still fairly new to the larger WWE audience.
Yeah, okay.
She says dismissively.
No, I'm agreeing.
Okay. Now, while I agree Ricochet would be great, I don't think Ricochet is going to win this.
Okay.
I'm going to throw my money behind Drew McIntyre because they've been pushing the shit out of him, and he's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is his chance to come back and have the main event push that he never got the first time around. So I think Drew McIntyre could pull this off and could win this match.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre. And not just because he's on my team.
So the men's Money in the Bank is the main event then?
Well, these are not in event order. We don't know what order the matches will be in. I just put them in an order that I think is an order of not necessarily importance, but just an order of grouping matches together and stuff.
Fair.
So we don't know what the match order will be. They don't usually determine that until right up to the show. As demonstrated by Brock's title defense randomly being first at WrestleMania, and Brock saying, I'm doing this now, and then fuck you, I'm going home.
Pretty much, yeah.
So that's Money in the Bank. So thank the two of you for joining me as always.
Sure
Risa,
thing.
we're sorry we missed you, but we'll hopefully see you for Money in the Bank on Thursday.
Hopefully.
We will do all that. We'll after the pay-per-view is over and we see what's going on, I'll text everyone and we'll divide up how we're scoring the matches. And then we'll go from there. Until then. No. Until whoa. Oh, that.
Whoa.
Before we I almost forgot. Before we end the program, we do need to take a moment. We can't end the show without addressing the very untimely passing of former WWE diva Ashley Massaro. Very tragically passed away at the age of 39 this past week. There has not been a cause of death confirmed yet, but based on a tweet from a WWE trainee diva that knew her, the leanings are suicide, unfortunately. So hopefully that's not true, and if it is, I mean, in either case, it's a tragic loss because Ashley Massaro, even though her WWE career wasn't particularly long, she did have a great women's title main event match against Melina at a pay-per-view once, and she was pushed as a women's leader at one point, and she was a very talented superstar. So it's still a shame to lose her that young, regardless of anything else.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
So condolences out to her friends and family and fans. That's a very tragic loss. All right, and with that, we'll see you on Thursday for Money in the Bank, folks.
See ya.